awake to Marlboro smoke lit by a Venetian blind. Dry ice is choking my lungs, and a ZX Spectrum plays a game made of lies. An American werewolf passes my way with the glow of St. Elmo's fire. Prince appears in his purple rain, whilst Madonna and Lauper, they just wanna have fun. Tom Cruise didn't need no surgery, Arnie never took no roids. The guy called Braden was coding a haven for the creatures he called the Thargoids. Living in the 80s, Grace Jones, she could break your balls. Living in the 80s, the face huggers and aliens melting the walls. Living in the 80s, Mickey Rourke had a face and Rambo Fish was ace. Living in the 80s, they love the smell of napalm, especially in the morning. Debbie Harry and Videodrome, yes, VHS was the calling. Yippee-ki-yay wasn't a cool thing to say. Chucky would think it was all child's play. Tom Cruise didn't need no surgery, Arnie never took no roids. The guy called Braden was coding a haven for a creature he called the Thargoids. Living in the 80s,
with my time, so I can't say I've gone out traveling much.
I awake to Marlboro smoke lit by a Venetian blind. Dry ice is choking my lungs, and a ZX Spectrum plays a game made of lies. An American werewolf passes my way with the glow of St. Elmo's fire. Prince appears in his purple rain, whilst Madonna and Lauper, they just wanna have fun. Tom Cruise didn't need no surgery, Arnie never took no roids. The guy called Braden was coding a haven for the creatures he called the Thargoids. Living in the 80s, Grace Jones, she could break your balls. Living in the 80s, the face huggers and aliens melting the walls. Living in the 80s, Mickey Rourke had a face and Rambo Fish was ace. Living in the 80s, they love the smell of napalm, especially in the morning. Debbie Harry and Videodrome, yes, VHS was the calling. Yippee-ki-yay wasn't a cool thing to say. Chucky would think it was all child's play. Tom Cruise didn't need no surgery, Arnie never took no roids. The guy called Braden was coding a haven for a creature he called the Thargoids. Living in the 80s,
around these parts, danger is always lurking around the corner.
There's still a few peaceful spots in the galaxy, but in the bubble, you gotta be ready for it.
Yeah.
I awake to Marlboro smoke lit by a Venetian blind. Dry ice is choking my lungs, and a ZX Spectrum plays a game made of lies. An American werewolf passes my way with the glow of St. Elmo's fire. Prince appears in his purple rain, whilst Madonna and Lauper, they just wanna have fun. Tom Cruise didn't need no surgery, and he never took no roids. The guy called Braven was coding a haven full of creatures he called.
Oh, hello there! How's it going? It's Spatula here. Happy New Year's Eve to you all. Can you hear me? Do I have audio issues this time? I did the last, whoa. I'm warping out of reality there. That's what happens on New Year's Eve in space, is sometimes things get a little wacky. But how you doing? We are at the end of 3308, and this is Spatula doing a little stream, starting a little late today because, you know, we got a ticking clock. Actually, where's the clock? How do you see the clock when you're in the legs? Okay. The no-fire zone was entered in 2021. Not the year, the time. And due to military time, that means there's like 3.5 hours till Space New Year's. So I figured, well, why not do a little stream and celebrate Space New Year's Eve. Welcome to the party on the Dangabus. And we have all our NPCs chattering away, having reflections on the year, making their goals for next year, and wearing matching uniforms to represent the departments they're in. Green is for the bio-waste crew. These guys deal with the poop in the trash, and they do a very good job at it. And here you can see a couple of the bio-waste junkies. Actually, there's quite a lot of bio-waste people. This Dangabus is stocked with the poo-poo. But then these blue jumpsuits, they're obviously responsible for the water systems, because blue is water. And really, the water is very important because that's what we use to clean the taps in the bar. And if we don't have the water, then how do we have the beer? It's all part of the grand plan. And of course, people wearing the red uniforms, they're I don't know, they're, what is red for? Red for party, the party crew. And this
Whatever
guy just
you're in
wears
the
his own
market
shit.
for.
He's
Come
like, I don't give a shit. I work for Pioneer, man. We're just renting this carrier space. Anyway, how you doing, Joe Schmalflower 07? Interesting to see how one rings in the new year the Dangus way. Well, I've got an idea. So it's going to be interesting. Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow the Thargoids kill us. That's kill us all. That is right, Tigger. The Thargoids are not just coming, they're here. They're here in a big way. We got a Thargoid war going on. I don't think we'll be doing any Thargoid war stuff today. It's not really how we want to spend New Year's Eve. It's a celebration. It's not a murder. I mean, murder is celebration in a way, especially when you rank up. I mean, I'm getting real close to that elite rank. I'm like halfway through the last one, and then I'll be... Technically, I am triple elite because I have exobiologist, but I want to be like triple OG elite, you know? Like explorer, trade, and combat. And combat's the one I still gotta get. Look at that view from the Dangabus. Isn't that pretty? Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow you head to Dryman's Point region of the galaxy to explore until mid-February. Another expedition, Mr. Schmalflor. That is impressive. You're always trekking about there, seeing what's out there, seeing what's interesting in the black. And Loot, what up, Dark Heavy? How you doing? Woot, why did YouTube notify me? Who is this? Are you confused, Loot? Have you you've been drinking early, haven't you? Or well, I guess depending on your time zone, it could be 3309 already. I'm gonna have to get used to that. 3309, right? Will the clocks change on the Dangabus at, what is it? What time does it do that? At 2400, which is 0 o'clock, which is 3.5 hours away. So we got 3.5 hours to kill before that ball's gonna drop. You want your balls to drop. And good evening. Is this the Nigerian Prince Aegeon? Aegeon, the Nigerian Prince? No, I am no Nigerian Prince, by the way. Look at my beautiful gunship. I went and splurged. I bought my gunship a little Christmas present. And gave it some ship kits. You can see it's the party bus. The New Year's Eve 3308 mobile. Temporary name, of course, but it has been slightly repurposed from killing Thargoids into just being a party bus. No audio issues, just sanity issues. Okay, that's good. Those are normal. Those are to be expected. Those are accepted here. The audio issues, not so much. We don't like the audio issues. Especially with an idea, that's just bad. Oh boy. Well, I can show you part of the idea here. Is I've got a lot of remote flak on this lovely gunship. That's the one thing about the gunship that I love is, look at all these hard points. You have 5 of the larger hard points and then 2 of the smaller ones for a total of 7 hard points. It is a DACA machine. Of course, those are not any ordinary seeker missiles. They are, of course, the pre-engineered colorful ones. Because you know what every New Year's Eve needs is some good fireworks. And I'm sure that there are some commanders out there who would love to have some fireworks in their New Year's Eve celebrations. So we're gonna go find them. And actually, I'm gonna need an interdictor because we're gonna have to pull them on a super cruise to give them a light show. But yes, it's basically a form of ganking that I've invented, that where you change the G into a TH, and it's called thanking. We're gonna go out and we're gonna thank people. It's a rather dubious form of ganking, one that the gankers themselves do not sign off on. We're gonna do some high quality thanking here. Where are my interdictors? FSD interdictors. There we go. That's what we need. Daddy needs an interdictor. But yeah, we're gonna go try and find some commanders, interdict them out of hyperspace, and give them a light show that they will never forget as part of New Year's festivities to celebrate 3309. I'm really gonna need to get used to saying that. 3308 is just like stuck. I mean, I remember it took me like half a year to get into 3308 from 3307. It's like, but if that trend continues, it'll be like December of 3309, and I'll still be calling it 3308. This is ISO Terion Exploration Expedition 5. That's a mouthful. Departing Malili at 12 UTC tomorrow, and won't be returning until sometime after February 17th. So it's a winter haul. It's the flight of the snowbirds, basically. When all the people leave the cold places and go to the warm places just for the winter. Is it warm there in the Dryman's Point? In 3.5 hours, it's been 2023 for an hour, you hoser. Well, you know what? Different strokes for different folks. I go by space-time, okay? I don't care about what Earth time zones. That's so like 2023. I was like, why am I struggling to remember the not game year? But yeah, 2023 is for losers. You want to go by space-time. It is the year 3309 shortly, and that is happening in 3.5 space hours. Okay, time is relative, don't you know? And the only time that matters is the 3309 time. Hold on, let me see. Do I have anything to redeem? You never know sometimes. There's so many menus! Ah! Okay. The hell am I doing? Do we have everything we need? Do I have a fuel scoop? That's the big question. Dryman's Point is a little closer to the galactic core than Sol, so just a little bit warmer. Well, that's nice. Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing a little... Hold on. What fuel scoops do I have? 4 and 5. Okay, I'll put it in a 5. Because hopefully people won't be destroying me for spreading my Christmas cheer. Or, well, not Christmas cheer, New Year's cheer. Christmas is over, man. That's done. Move on. Take down those decorations. Start the countdown clock for Halloween again. What is the next big holiday? I guess New Year's. Yeah. Because that's what we're doing. You're going to take the 78 fleet carrier jumps to get there? Oh my god, I hope you have a lot of tritium. Because that's quite a lot. Well, the question is, where are you going to find commanders? Now, definitely you're going to find them in the Thargo zones. Maybe we'll go there in the end, but I figured let's start off with the obvious. You always find commanders in Shinrata. How many jumps is it going to take to get there? Oh no! I forgot how terrible the jump range on this thing is. Is there anything closer where people may be? Well, you can also look at these, like, the one thing that I've been seeing is, like, when you look at these, the Thargoid War, you can kind of see, like, what systems people are focusing on by that little bar there. So let's see if anyone is doing some heavy lifting around here. Okay, maybe we can start with the Thargoids. Oh my god, the jump range on this thing. Oh no, that's a Maelstrom. Thargoid alert. The Thargoid War, are we winning? Oh, okay. 70 Tori seems that's hot. Let's go there. And maybe we can find people that are like having Thargoid combat and light up their life. It's near the limit of how far you can travel your fleet carrier without having to refuel. Really? Because you're gonna have to do some deep space mining there, Joe. You're gonna have to get out the old mining type 9 and get some new fresh tritium from the galaxy. Thankfully, it's not too hard to find, but the thought of having to mine to refuel your carrier in deep space terrifies me. More than the inky blackness itself. You got a HOTUS for Christmas. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I've never played on a HOTUS. That is definitely in my purview of things to do. Is to relearn all that I have learned, but on a joystick. Trying to remember the key settings so that having to fire out the config program that came with the HOTAS. Man, like that's my big thing about jumping over to a HOTAS is just like I'm going to relearn everything. I'm so used to the keyboard commands that it's like going to a HOTAS is like learning a new language. You gave it recently used your carrier to engineer an FAS. Lots of tritium, but it was so convenient. Engineer an FAS? A federal assault ship? Wait, how do you use a carrier to engineer a ship? Like just by jumping around or whatever? Like jumping to the engineers? Because the jump range sucks on these big blocky blocks of... They're cool though. I really like the cockpit. You can see the interior view. Look at that. Why are my legs on fire? Why does it look like I'm like shielded in red energy? It is the glowing fire of New Year's Eve parties. When you get back from this expedition, you'll have 1,200 tons of tritium left. Okay, so you've budgeted it out. So you'll have a full... you'll still have enough to get around the bubble when you get back. That's not bad. Yeah, mining in deep space. I like the idea, but I don't enjoy mining. It's not my cup of tea. Every once in a while, it's fun to do a little bit of mining, but nah. Jump, jump, jump! No fuel scoops while I sip a cup of tea. Well, that's true, but then you have to wait 15 minutes in between. That's my only qualm about the carrier jumping is the 15-minute wait, and really it's a 20-minute wait because there's a 5-minute cooldown after each jump. So if you're just like jump exploring, it's like, what do you do, right? What I was doing was, and this is when I went to Hellport, is I was just like jumping the fleet carrier ahead of me and then just like exploring along the way, which worked out really well. And honestly, it was useful to have the carrier because there were a couple places that were out of the jump range. We got stuck at one point up at the, what do you call it? The Anaconda Graveyard at the top of the galaxy. What's that called? Oh my god, you have 19,000 tons of tritium? Did you mine that or did you buy it? Because that's a lot. It'd be a lot of dough. How many tons total is that? Well, 19,000. Right? Is there like space tons? A space ton is actually 6 tons. But seriously though, how did you get that much tritium? Imagine if you had handed that into the Golconda back in the day, you'd have literally trillions of dollars. I think I did like 2,000 tons of tritium and found myself a multi-billionaire. Look, I like my red shoes.
4, 3, 2.
Alright, so we're gonna start with Thargoid area, and then we'll go to Shinrata. When you're doing long distance fleet carrier trips, you set up the jump and take your ship. Wait, what? You set up the jump, then take your ship out of the fleet carrier and FSS the system, and then dock. Oh, okay, so you're just like hanging around the carrier, scanning. Well, that's not bad. If you're in a system that has like a bunch of stuff. If it's just like a lonely binary system, like this one, then it wouldn't take very long. How many more jumps? Oh my god, 5 more jumps. This is painful. It's not as painful though as something like a Fertile Lance. What is my jump range? 18. Ugh. That's like starter Sidewinder territory. No, I think that what is the starter Sidewinder? It's like a jump range of 4. Something ridiculous like that. You can go to one system. It's probably better than that. You bought most of it from the profits left over from the ISO Terion expedition. 3 billion credits! Oh my god. From people turning in exploration data. Wait, from people or from you? Were you doing the thing where you like wing up and then everyone cashes in at the same time and you share the dividends?
Fuel scooping.
That does seem like a pretty good strategy. Though you can only, I guess, wig with 4 people at a time. In theory, you could sell exploration data to someone's carrier. Okay, so tell me how this works. I know there's like a reduction in the payout. Like you lose 25% by selling to a carrier. Does the carrier get to keep that money? Does that go into the carrier's balance, or does that go into David Braben's pocket. Does anyone know how that works? I have no idea.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Ooh-wee. But yeah, it's been a kind of a crazy year for Elite if you think about it. We had the whole Thargoid invasion, but there's a lot that happened throughout the year before that. Now I know there was something on Galnet, and it looked like they published some sort of galactic retrospective or whatnot. So I'm probably going to read that as well and just kind of see what Galnet has to say about 3308. There's a 25% fleet carrier tax, of which 50% goes to the fleet carrier. That's not confusing. Okay, but so basically 50% of 25%
Frameshift drive
goes to the carrier, the other 50% just goes into Oblivion in the Universal Cartographics Ponzi scheme. What does FDev do with all these credits? What does the Pilots Federation do? What does Universal Cartographics
3,
have to spend shit on? I'd be curious to know. I'd also be curious to know, like, how many credits have been earned galactically? Like, how much money have the cumulative sum of humanity generated? That'd be a very interesting number. It would probably be, like, well into the... What's after trillions? Quadrillions? Quintillions? Maybe a sextillion. A sexy-tillion. You made over 3 billion credits from 12.5 exploration data turned in. Wow. So, okay, so you made that money from other people turning it into your carrier. That is okay, that's a moneymaker. Normally my carrier just sucks away my life and currency. With little in return other than easing the pain of jumping around the galaxy. Converting hard effort and potential carpal tunnel into 15-minute periods of making sandwiches and watching episodes of Star Trek. Oh, from other people. So how much did you make yourself as well? Did you make money too on top of that? Did you make like $4 billion on one expedition? Because if so, that's... Whew, I could use that. I did recently get my balance back over the 2 billion mark, which I'm very happy about. Doing a little of the Thargoid. The Thargoid War, you know, not only pays dividends in the sense of helping humanity, but you make a lot of money doing that shit. If you can stay alive, that is. Now, I didn't really think about this before, but this is a Thargoid system, isn't it? So therefore, we could be interdicted by the Thargoids. Better set my fire group. Interdictor. Oh, speak of the devil. You turned in about 400 million credits of exploration data. Wow, okay. So you turned in 400 million, like half a billion basically. And then you made 3 billion off of other people turning it into your carrier. Wow. Yeah, your carrier really outdid it. I mean, it's like, that's such a great way to do it, too, where it's like, you're not really doing any work, you just have to park. That's something I am capable of doing. Okay, we're running way quicker now. See, the problem is this is not one of my fastest ships.
Flight assist off.
I'm gonna try to do a little dodging. These Thargoids don't know what they're doing.
Frameshift
Sucker.
drive charging.
He'll be able to start shooting at me right at the end, I can tell you. Look at that, he's got his own little set of fireworks. Why is the swarm kind of red and glowy sometimes? They won't want a gift. Well, the Thargoids' gifts would be like destroying my ship and sucking up my occupied escape pod and eating me. I assume that's what they're doing, unless they're making human zombie soldiers. Which, mark my words, that's... I would not be surprised. Okay, we got a commander here.
Fuel scooping. Fuel scoop disengaged.
Time to celebrate the year. Submit for a fireworks show. A Okay, we're gonna wait, where'd he go? There he is. Okay, he's very far away. Can we reach him and interdict him in time? Okay, where is my interdictor? Oh. I guess I said it. I didn't say it. Oh, come on! Fireworks show for free. Just submit. In your exploration, though, you've only encountered one system that was discovered. Hey, man, but you did find it. And that's what's important, is that they are out there. Okay, I gotta get close to this guy. Do not fear. Come, slow down. Slow down. No. I have a show for you. It'll be pretty! Wilson! I might be intimidating because I'm in a large, scary ship, but these are like shipless people. But this is all about New Year's celebration and fireworks, not about death and murder. It's about celebrating the wonderful gift that is humanity upon the bubble of the cosmos. You've run into a dozen systems already. What do you mean so much fireworks already? I have not. Oh, you maybe had too much fireworks. You've run into dozens of systems already discovered by you, though. Oh, wow. Okay, here we go. Submit. Bleep, bloop, bleep, I'm a Thargoid. Wilson! Not struggle. You're only making it worse. Okay, here we go. Time for the fireworks.
Capacity exceeded.
Okay, I can't see the fireworks. There we go, look at that. Pretty! Look at the light show. Come back! You're missing the fireworks! I don't think those things are like fast enough to catch up with them. Ooh. So pretty. Come! Look at the... Aw. Well, whatever. I get to appreciate the fireworks. I know it's gonna be like this all stream, isn't it? People do not like being interdicted. It is just jump and run. At least he didn't combat log. Not that it's really... Would it be combat logging if it's a New Year's party invitation? Okay, is this the same guy? Hold on. Dude, there's two of them now. Yeah, that's the same guy. He doesn't appreciate the fireworks, but this guy might. Commander Ragnard. Time for a fireworks show for New Year's Eve. Please submit for a free show. A little razzle dazzle for 3309. Here we go. Come on. Oh, don't you dare fight it. Don't you fight it. Don't you fight it. Stop fighting. This is for New Year's Eve. This is a celebration. Stop the fighting. You shall not pass. Okay. This is going to be a slow and painful process before someone accepts my fireworks. Do not fear. Did he go silent running on me? Get back here. Here comes the fireworks. Let's see if I can get him in front of him. Give him a nice show. Kaboom! Oh, I think I was behind him. Hold still. Can you see the fireworks? Okay, I don't want to actually hit him with the fireworks. That might be damaging. Okay, he's turning that way, so I'm gonna shoot the fireworks there. Woo! Pretty! Pretty lights! Pretty lights! Pretty lights! He's heat sinking too. I'm like, dude, don't you know by now I'm not attacking you? The problem is these like flak cannons are a little bit slow. I mean, so is a chieftain though. I just want to get those in front of you so you can see the pretty fireworks. But no, you want to be difficult, don't you? Get it right up and close. There we go. There we go.
Warning. Impulse attack. Trajectory disruption.
Come on! Just... Do you like it? I think I actually did hit him, though. I mean, it doesn't do any damage. That's the wonderful thing about these engineered... Let's just let that pass. There we go, and... Okay, don't do it when it's at the peak.
Frameshift anomaly.
Come on, man. Just like, there we go. There we go. Happy New Year. This is called thanking, by the way. This is a specialized form of ganking.
Flight assist off. Energy surge detected.
Wait, energy surge detected. What's that? Uh-oh. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. Wait, does the Thargoid want fireworks? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, I don't know what the Thargoid calendar looks like, but... It is fun running into systems discovered by someone you know. I was at the LaveCon party. This is 2019. And I was at a bar, or like the bar. And then there was a commander, and he was, and I'm like, I'm looking at his name tag, I'm like, Zulu Romeo. Where do I know that name from, right? And he's like, you might have seen it somewhere in the galaxy. I'm like, where? I feel like it's somewhere important. And of course, he was the commander who discovered Sagittarius. I was like, oh my god! I met the guy who discovered Sag A? That's pretty crazy.
Frameshift drive.
It's like, you know, there's some, it is lovely when you're just doing a deep space jaunt and you come across someone that you know, whether it's a known commander or someone you've met or someone that you've played with. It's always fun. So hopefully you guys do find some Spatula discovered stuff. Though I've never been to the Dryad, the lower Dryad. Where are you going again? I don't know. I don't really know the names of where I've been, but it's been a while since I've done like a pure exploration kind of deal. I should just like go off in a random direction. Commander Cyanide. Welcome to New Year's Eve. Time for a fireworks display. Stay calm. There will be no harm. Oh, did he disappear? Oh, come on! Okay, wait, no, he's back. Nope, he's disappeared again. He's played hard to get. What did I do? I just popped a shield cell. Oops. My bad. Okay, we're catching up to him. He low-waked! Dryman's Point, that's the one. Sajay Discoverer. Yeah, it was kind of cool to be able to do that. Or to meet that gentleman. I do not have a scanner. Can I still drop on it? Or should I just wait here until he, like, pops out? Do you actually need to scan low wakes? I know you need to scan the high wakes. What if I descan it? Apparently not. Who's this guy? Oh, that's Wilson again. Wilson right away. He doesn't deserve fireworks. Okay, let's wait by this wake. See if he pops out again. I mean, he's probably high waking to some other system because he's afraid. There's nothing to fear, people. Ragnard. Oh, that's that other guy. That's. I did not know that you had to actually be able to, like, wake scan these things. I guess every day you learn something new in Elite Dangerous. Because it's so fucking complicated. I mean, if his wake is still here, does that mean he's still here? Like, if he were to, like, go to another place, like, this would disappear? I'm not stalking you, you're stalking you. If I just drop out near the wake, would that actually work? Probably not. Come here, Mr. Cyanate. I have fireworks for you. No matter. I feel like in these Thargoid zones, people are usually running shieldless builds. Ah, there we go. Now it's gone. So he's definitely left the system. But people are usually running shieldless builds, so they get kind of paranoid. Which is like, I understand. It's fair enough. Alright, I'm gonna try Shinrada then. Because I feel like people will be equally paranoid there, but it'll be fun. Oh my god. How many freaking jumps? How many jumps? Should have just took the Dango bus. Oh, 13's not bad. Quit your bitching. Yeah, there's no one left in the system. They're busy fighting Thargoids anyway. We gave one guy fireworks. I'm happy with that. You loaded up on your Type 9 with tritium to give you an additional 720 tons for your trip out to Dryman's Point. So if you're all set up to start jumping tomorrow at 6 a.m. local time. Damn! Waking up early at 6 a.m. to start jumping, that's dedication. That is like maximum explorer organizational skills. Oh, so your Type 9 has more tritium. So how much freaking tritium do you have, Joe? You know that stuff is, like, potentially explosive, right? Or at least radioactive or something. You don't want to lick the tritium. That's what I was told. Is you can put it in your carrier, you can put it in your ship, but don't put it in your mouth. Tritium is not safe for children or adults. You'll be bringing in the new year also. Nice.
Frameshift drive charging.
Well, if people would just, like, learn to start trusting commanders. Oh, look at that. Yamix is in the game. Where is he at? HIP? He's very close. Hold on. I should go see if I can interdict Yamix and give him a New Year's party. Aha! Let's see if I can find Yamix. We're on a Yamix hunt. Is he streaming right now? I think I got something on my phone. I know I saw a Ghost Draft was streaming earlier. All of the elite people out here to celebrate New Year's. It's wonderful. You have little over 19,000 tons. So 19,000 tons including the fuel tank. And in the cargo hold you have 18,000.2. And then you have an additional 720 on the Type 9. Oh. No! Damn you, Thargoids! Stop it! Stop it! I'm trying to spread festive fireworks. You guys just don't know when to quit, I'll tell you. Yamix is streaming. It's already the new. Oh, yeah, true. Because, like, I'm going off space time, which shows 2100, which means what? 2 more hours. Right? Am I doing my math correctly? 21, 22, 23. Oh, wait, it's 3 more hours. Oh, my God. We might just celebrate New Year's early. I don't know if I can last that long. Especially with these stupid Thargoid interdictions.
Frameshift drive charging.
Alright, if he's streaming, that'll be fun. I'll get to see his perspective later. I do watch streams after they air from other content creators. Usually, if I could watch it live, like I was trying to watch it live, but usually it's like it just seems to be aligned, where it's like I'm either at work or doing something. I can never watch other people's streams, so I have to kind of watch them after. Put it on as I nestle into bed in like a little podcast or whatever sometimes. Elite Dangerous though, like the sounds of jumping, especially exploration streams, that could be a good little like ASMR kind of thing to go to sleep to. Okay, I gotta do some scoopies here. Scoopy, scoopy, scoopy. Dutch time is 22:06. So you're like an hour ahead of space time, which is the only time.
Fuel scoop disengaged. Frameshift drive charging.
Oh, look at that! A bonus from Aisling Duval. I keep forgetting that I'm still signed up to Power Play. What is going on with this? Am I level 1 yet? Oh yeah, I've gone down to level 1.
3, 2,
Every week, it's so stupid. I hate Power Play. My New Year's wish for Frontier is that they make Power Play not terrible. That would be very nice. I don't like it, because it's like, you do all this work delivering these stupid parcels, and then it's like, okay, now I gotta like... Okay, so Yamix is here, but where? That's the question. Okay, if I were a Yamix, where would I be? I'd be looking at something cool. So I'd probably be here, at the Karyanda Legacy. I'm using deduction, powers of deduction. Detective skills. AKA, there is only one interesting looking place in the system that isn't like already abandoned, where the battle is raging. Average of 3.5 jumps an hour in your fleet carrier, 2-minute cooldown, 15 minutes spool up. Is it a 2-minute cooldown? I thought it was 5. But yeah, 3.5 jumps per hour, so it's like over 2 hours, that's like 6, 7. That's 7 jumps. 7 jumps an hour. Or every 2 hours. 7 jumps every 2 hours. And then how many jumps? Oh my god, like, dude, I envy your dedication. I would just, like, make it 2 jumps out and be like, yeah, I'm going home. My detective skills are dead on. Well, what else do you do in a system that's being attacked by Thargoids if not go to the place that's being attacked by Thargoids? It's gotta make sense. It's a 2-minute cooldown now. They changed it. Oh, that's nice. I mean, still, it's like, why do you have to have that cooldown anyway? Because you're gonna have a 15-minute spool up. I still don't understand how Frontier's brain works. Like, what are they doing? It just, like, it doesn't make sense to me that they're like, okay, we'll just make people wait. It's the same with, like, ship transfers, right? Where it's like, oh yeah, we added ship transfers. You can now transfer your ship across the bubble to spare yourself from having to go get it. It'll only take 25 minutes. Oh, damn. So 25 minutes, I could just sit there and do nothing, as opposed to... Like, they should have at least made it a sliding scale, right? I always think, like, when you have a time constraint, let me pay more to make it quicker. And that's a good cash sink or whatever. And then you can do Golcondas every weekend, and everyone will just be, like, spending all their credits transferring their ships around. It'd be nice to also just, like, expedite your taxis. I mean, I guess there's 2 views on that, and, like, sometimes the waiting is what gives space, the sense of scale. And I get that perspective, but damn it, my time is money, Frontier. I could be making so many arcs. I'm still bitter because the last stream we did, we went to Hutton Orbital. Just shameful. That's a horrible journey. We actually watched, what was it, the YouTube special, at least half of it. And it turns out you can only watch about half of it on the journey to Hutton. So I guess there and back you could complete the whole thing. What's really interesting is they intend to have those 77 jumps done by the time I go to bed on Monday the 2nd. Oh my. Oh my. So wait, how? Let's do the math. You can do 7 jumps per hour, and therefore 77 jumps is going to take 10 hours plus another, so 11 hours. You're going to have to do 11 hours, but in like 20-minute intervals. So you just have to like go do something for 20 minutes, do some dishes, come back, do another jump, put the laundry in, come back, do another jump. That's impressive. That is a time scale that is very impressive. Who has a 50k light year head start? Joe? 7 jumps per 2 hours, so 22 hours. Oh my god, yeah, I did the math wrong. Yeah, because it's 2 hours. Oh my lordy. That's literally there's like a sleep schedule where you sleep or take naps every 20-minute intervals 5 times a day. Maybe you can do that to catch up on sleep. But 22 hours of straight carrier jumping. Wow. If there was just only stuff that you could do on the carrier, I would love it if you could, put an arcade in the bar and play the original Elite while you wait to jump. I think that would be an adequate solution that doesn't require much change other than putting an entire 1984 game into a 3309 game. But I think that would be awesome if you could just like play little video games and compete for high scores and have like someone could come on your carrier, play your game, beat your high score, drive you crazy. That would be like almost as good as being able to steal someone's ship, but not quite. You're the guy who jumped his fleet carrier from Bubble to Colonia and back from Friday evening to Sunday evening. Oh my god. Well, add another accomplishment to your list of impressive carrier feats. And it's like those feats are just like incredible tests of patience. Still no one in Super Cruise. Let me make sure I have ammo for these things. How do you do that? If I click on it. How can I see the ammo? I mean, what if I did? Oh shit! I didn't mean to use synthesis. My precious nickel. Oh no! How come you can't see ammo? Like, it'd be really nice to know what the ammunition is currently. I guess the only way you can do that is looking at the thing, but you have to be not in Super Cruise. That's fine. But anyway, the whole idea of my fleet carrier expedition is to allow people who don't want to waste time getting out in the black and explore, but still want to explore. So yeah, no, I appreciate that, because like, sometimes it's like, yeah, I know exploration is all the journey, but it's like, really, there's some cool spots out there that I would love to get to. I just don't have the dedication. One of these days I should just hop on a fleet carrier that's going out in the black. But then I get all paranoid about like, will they come back? What if they decide not to? Who says he's going to Lave to celebrate? Every expedition has had about 25% more participants than the previous one. Oh, nice. 150. Wow, that's a lot of brave souls going out into the black. Are you watching Yamix's stream, Budman? Hopefully I'll be able to catch him. If he goes to Lave, I'm going to be screwed because it'll take me 20 years to get there with this jump range. I'm almost there though. I wonder if I should actually like split some of these fire groups up. Okay, because I don't need missiles. I mean, I shouldn't. Don't do it. Okay, there we go. Yeah, 3 and 2. Oh, you're watching Yamex's stream. Okay, so I was right that he's going here. Okay, great. If he's landing, then that's good. He'll be stationary, and I can position my fireworks more effectively. What up, Ray Bobula? How you doing? I'm stalking Yamex here. I suspect that he's at Kurianda. That's been confirmed now by someone else who's Budman's watching Yamex's stream. And I'm going to shower him in fireworks. That's what I'm doing here. It's New Year's Eve. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye, 3308. Bye-bye. So long. You suck. See you next year. I mean, never again. Because, like, time don't work like that, Bo. Alright, so we're hopefully going to... Okay, let's just queue up the fire group. You can also tell what fire group you're on from this screen, which I think is really cool. It's whichever one has the double bars on it. Again, something that, like, years and years I didn't understand, and then I finally saw it. Happy New Year, Ray Bobula! Well, thank you for dropping in. Yeah, I know. I figure a lot of people are gonna be out at like New Year's parties. You know, Space New Year's coincides with the old British New Year from Earth time. I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Does Yemex know you were stalking him? No, he doesn't. I'm being silent and mysterious. Aha! Aha! We've got a wake. Yemex doesn't see it coming, but he should expect it. If he looks into the friends list, he'll see that I'm 0 light years away, and then probably get suspicious. But I don't know, I'm not watching his stream. I just deduced that he would be going to the only place in the system that looks like it's got something to do. And yes, golden fireworks, red fireworks, green fireworks, all the colors of the rainbow. If your rainbow is yellow, green, and red. I'm sure on some planets that's what the rainbow looks like. We just haven't unlocked those atmospheres yet because Braben wants to drag this out for 20 more years. Damn you, Braben. Alright. Under 30 seconds away. Space seconds. Not real seconds. Yeah, I figure it's a conflict zone, but that's fine. We got shields. And armor. Tons and tons of armor. In fact, that's probably why the jump range is so shitty. I probably should have just, like, hollowed this out. It's not a combat croft today. It's a firework dispensing party bus. It's still 11 H's to 2023. What do you mean? Oh, because you're, like, on the opposite time. You're on the negative time. You're behind. Catch up with space-time, man. That's the only time. Even I am behind space-time. It'll be like my 7 p.m. when it's New Year's in space. Kurianda Legacy. Supererogation. There is a commander here. Must be careful. Wherever Yamex is, there must be lots of people watching. You gotta watch out for them folks. But we're not ganking, we're thanking. We're thanking people for a wonderful 3308 and then lighting them up with fireworks. No! No! Stupid Thargoids! I hate you, I hate you, I hate you! Okay. Alright, we're gonna do this. We're gonna just boost away. Wait, what? It's so close. But it's going further away. Oh, the station is like moving in front of my very eyes.
Frameshift drive charging.
Oh no, inhibitor. I hate you. Yemex is doing pew pew? Okay, okay. Look at this intelligence squad doing the reconnaissance. That's so cool that it's... Yeah, it could be Yamex disguised as Thargoid. I did hear the Thargoid does have a kind of gong sound, which sort of sounds like the Yavix theme. I think Yavix should get like a Thargoid, a modified, like talk to Frontier and be like, yo, how do you make that Thargoid voice? And then like tune it to like his own theme song. That would be cool and very difficult. Oh my god, I hate this stupid interdiction. He's shooting me. He's shooting me. Okay, pips the shields. Gonna do evasive maneuvers. Gonna do little spinsies. A little down, a little up. Actually, no, the up and down cancel each other out. That was a terrible idea. A little left, and then up. Yeah, you can't touch me. And boost, and boost! Here we go.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, next stop, Carianda Legacy. Let's see if we can put on a fireworks show for Yavix. Okay. Don't get introduced again. I swear if another Thargoid interdicts me, I'm gonna lose my crap. I'm gonna put bio waste all over my chair. Oh boy. Alright. Let's see here. We do have... There's an Anaconda. Commander Gnosis. Oh, did we not instance with Yamix? Of course not. Of course not. Well, let's give him, here's some New Year's Eve fireworks for you. Let's give him a little light show while we're here. Which way is he pointing? Oh, he's pointing the wrong way. Oh, okay, that hit me in the face. I think he might be concerned about the way I phrase fireworks. Boom, boom. Don't you like the pretty lights? Oh, I am out of ammo. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna restock here. Did you like... okay. Excuse me. Now, what's really cool about this, I do really love this mechanic here where you can actually restock at, what have I done? Shields offline. How? Who did that? Okay, there is a docking pad right there. Okay, we are going to go in for a very quick landing because of the missiles. Because of the missiles. Okay, pips to engines. Combat landing! Yay! Can't judge me now, suckers. 3 lights! There are 3 lights! You're in his instance, fireworks away. Oh, am I? Hold on, I'm gonna put the fire groups all back on the same one. It's kind of annoying to, Oh, yeah, he's there. Where the hell is he then? Is he, like, going stealth? Party bus is here to light things up. New year. Okay, where is Yamix? I want to shoot fireworks at him. I don't see him. Is he stealthy? Ooh, he's so pretty. Make sure this guy can see him. Ooh, pretty. I make a pretty fireworks for you. Let's just light up that scout. Is it visible for him? So, okay, if I'm in the same instance with Yamix, where the hell is he? Should he not be on the... okay, who's attacking me? Oh my. This might be time to... Not die. Not die. This poor Commander Nasus, though, he's out here fighting... What is going on with those scouts? Why are they congregating there? Maybe they want some fireworks. Whee! Fireworks! So pretty! What's up, scouts? Can I join the party? No? No? You don't like that? Okay, hold on. I better dock again. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't need those shields anyway. It's fine. Where is docking pad? Where is docking pad? Let's try doing it this way. Oh, no, that was stupid. Let's try boosting into the station. Oh! Oh! Docking pad. Oh, wrong docking pad. Wrong docking pad. Not my docking pad. Where's my docking pad? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. 8%. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. No! Destroyed by unknown. That's fine. We just respawn and begin again. We're still in the same instance. Yes. Happy Blue Year. Thank you for that F-frame, Mobula. So wait, if Yamix is docked, then I'm assuming he's in a small ship, which I'm assuming is going to be in one of these docks. Therefore, that's probably him right there. Happy New Year, Yamix! Oh, he's like over there now. What happened? What did I do? Oops. Oops. Ow, 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 too early. Even the guides. Oh, I'm gonna join Yamix. I'm gonna join on Yamix's screen. Hold on, where is he? Where is the Yamix? Can I go in there? Yeah, confirm. Yo! Yamix!
Hey, Spatula, what the fuck?
Happy New Year! There's some fireworks for you!
Oh, God.
As if the Goids weren't enough fireworks. How you doing, man?
Exploding, that's all. Oh, God, it's rhyming.
That's the best way to be on a New Year's Eve. Bringing in 3-3 with a little bit of boom boom.
Yep, that pretty much is it. Though here in Latvia is going to happen in exactly half an hour.
Oh
So I was thinking I was thinking of, while I still have the time, head to Lave. So that's pretty much what I'm going to be doing.
Why Lave? Because it's the old world?
I was thinking Sol, but Sol is closed for, you know, people who haven't grinded. So
you don't have the Sol permit?
Well, yes, I do. I have Corvette, so obviously anyone who has federal dropship has an access to it. So yeah, there's that.
But some people can get it, so. You wouldn't
Since I
wanna
am
go there.
streaming and I'm in open, I figured out, hey, if people are gonna come and shoot me like you probably, I figured might as well go for a place that would be common to everyone. And Shinrata Desert is also closed, for non-elites. So Lave was kind of a thing. I
Lave
wish
is
I
the
could go to
destination.
Seoul, but fuck me, I guess not.
What did you do to get banned from Seoul, Yamix?
No, nothing. That's the thing. It's by the game's design, closed.
By the oh really? Is it actually like?
No. It's permit locked. Again, it's
Oh,
permit
oh.
locked for those that are not, haven't grind. That's what I meant.
That's true. The Soul one is fairly easy to get. You just have to suck it up and do some, unsavory missions for the Federales.
Yeah, just grind all day. Grind your fucking mind away.
Now, do you get the Shinrata permit if you get any elite, including like exobiology?
Yep. Any elites. That includes the fucking CQC.
Oh yeah, because
Have fun getting that one.
everyone has that one.
Oh sure, yeah. Definitely, there are people playing it. Yeah, sure.
Well, of course,
Why not?
The challenge with CQC is that you can't even get in. So how the heck do you get
You
it?
don't have people to play against, not even bots.
But I think I saw a number where it's like, in order to get elite in CQC, you have to kill 26,000 people. Like, that's the actual number of kills you need to get.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, just to put it in a fucking perspective, okay? In PlanetSide 2, right? To Auraxium, to max out the kill count and get a specific achievement for a gun, to finish, quote unquote, a gun on just a kill count amount, you need to kill 1,000 players, right?
Okay.
And that's a first-person shooter with quick enough respawn timers, right?
Sure.
And people die quickly there.
Even if you're terrible, you could get that in like a month or two.
Yeah, 1,000 is already a slog, but ultimately it's not a bad thing. So 26 guns, to get 26 guns Auraxium, you basically will reach it almost feels like 100th level. And the 100th level is literally already 1,000 hours, if not more. And that's an FPS game. I can imagine that with Elite Dangerous, the Elite... Oh, Jesus, it takes far more than that.
Oh, well, with Elite, I'm still like 7 years playing, and my combat rank is still the one under Elite. Like, that's just for the Elite ranking.
Combat... I only recently, as in, I think this year, I did get Combat's Elite rank, because I never really bothered getting it fully.
How did you finally get it? Were you doing the Thargoid grind?
I don't remember what I was doing. I tried at several points doing Thargoid grind, but it ended up being so boring. I just didn't bother with it. But yeah, eventually I think I got it because I was just doing what I was doing right now, just trying to kill Thargoids with a Sidewinder or a ship like that, and got eventually that. I was literally very close, and I thought, well, fuck, it doesn't really matter. Might as well just put it off, and I put it off, and I put it off, and eventually, after 2 years of just fucking about, eventually I got it. Despite the fact that I made videos about how to grind credits with what was it, the Heelys for Feelies, where you literally just rake up the
AFK
combat rank. Yeah. Well, not AFK, but yeah, almost AFK. Oh, no, actually, yeah, kind of AFK too.
Yeah, you just wrap a little elastic band around your mouse button to hold that trigger fire down.
Yeah, and heal your buddy, and the buddy heals you, and none of you die, and you just reset once in a while the instance, and there you go.
That's one of my goals. I still haven't bought a Type 10, but I want to build a Type 10 AFK where I could just put turrets on it, leave it somewhere with one bio waste in my hold, and just murder pirates for 14 hours straight. Come back, I'm fully elite rank in combat, then I can check that box, right?
Yeah, I find it disgusting, but there you go. Yeah, that's.
What's disgusting is the amount of effort that they make me do to get these
it's
stupid
disgusting that
meaningless
you can do
tokens.
something like that, or rather, it's disgusting both that you can do something like that, and it's disgusting the fact that you have to kind of do that. That people actually do it because of the game design of hey, grind this game.
But hold
rather
on,
than
hold
just
on.
enjoy.
Are we the problem though? Because like
No,
you don't
we-
have
we-
to grind. You could just be
No,
mostly harmless your entire life.
It's
and
not
fine.
also the premise of not that you don't have to grind is bullshit, right? It absolutely is a stupid way of thinking about it. The game is designed to account for the top level play and the medium level play. The way you make a game is to first design the maximum level of, what items the player will get, and then pare it down step by step until you get to the base level, right? Or rather, set a base level, the top level, and then in between you just decide how much grind you're gonna have in it.
Do all games work
right?
like that? Do they always design from like the end game backwards?
That absolutely is the way you design a good game loop. Because if you don't account for the maximum level, which to an extent you can say that Elite almost has done in several instances, shield boosters. But ultimately the proper way to design level up and gear system, upgrade systems, is you design a game with or a level essentially, or idea, the way your player character is gonna play at the with best gear out there, with maximum upgrades, and so that it is still doable. The maximum, the hardest boss is doable with that gear. That's the first thing. And then you step by step pare it down, and depending on what design principles you're going after, you design the last boss or the hardest enemy to be defeatable with the average amount of gear that you would expect a player to get by a certain point, and so basically it's accounting for the maximum level of play, that it doesn't become super easy or whatever else. And since majority, you obviously would design the game for the majority to enjoy. And let's be frank, most people just don't go after every single quest. They are not 100% completionists, so it's the averages, and that's how you account for difficulty as well as the upgrade system to work.
Sounds like a lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah, no, that's how it is. If you look behind most games, most open world games at least, that's very important. Most open world games, especially, you have to account for the player to go with either the level 1 gear or the maximum the maximum level of gear to certain areas, and depending on what kind of effect you want to accomplish with it, you have to account for possibilities, and then that particular gear, that particular upgrade path, or the levels of upgrades and all that stuff. Recently I watched H Bomber Guy's video on New Vegas, right? And he has New Vegas, Fallout 3 in New Vegas specifically, and he basically explains how game design has to account that when you get out of the vault, the first vault, you can go anywhere, right? You can go to maximum level, the very last what was it,
you can just go right up to Benny. You can just go complete the quest.
Literally anywhere. You can go anywhere. So you have to either account that that zone will be locked off by just tougher enemies, like it is in Stalker, and with the tougher gear and so on and so forth, or you're just gonna be doing what Fallout 3 did, and that is procedurally. And this is what I absolutely hate when games do, including Cyberpunk, procedurally generate enemies with stats depending on your level.
Yeah, I was gonna say that really grinds my gear. Where it's like as you level up, everything levels up. So it's like, why even have a level system, right?
Exactly. It's disgusting. It makes basically both the gear and enemies kind of worthless.
It's like your progression is
that's
just
why
like
Skyrim
staying
is
the
more
same.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
Elite's kind of like that too, where it's like you could go to a high conflict zone in a Sidewinder as a mostly harmless. Like,
Well, Elite takes there are many things the Elite accounts for, and also, frankly speaking, doesn't account for, which is disgusting too. But whatever, that's a. But yeah. But there's a lot to say about Elite Dangerous design principles, and engineering is a good example of barely accounted leveling system. They more accounted for the amount of time that you would spend grinding the stuff rather than what the stuff do. And again, that's why we have the stuff like shield boosters, where they are a percentile upgrade for a percentile.
Percentile upgrade for a percentile.
So, percentile basically it multiplies another multiplier, rather than being a flat increase to a already multiplied version.
It's not like 500 more shield points. It's like 5% more of whatever shield points you already have.
Basically what I'm saying is
so they stack.
Yeah, it's well, there's stacking regardless, but the problem with shield boosters, those that don't know with Elite Dangerous, is you have let's say 10 points of shields, right? And with engineering, you upgrade the base shields to 15 points, right? So 15 HP. And then with shield boosters, you have 2 shield boosters. You each upgrades rather than gives extra 5 points of let's say shields, making it 25 with 2 shield boosters. It's a percentile which increases your shield capacity, already existing one, by 200%. Right? So essentially, with that shield booster, you gain. With those 2 of them, you would get 30 with 1 shield booster with 200% increase, and another one with
I'm kind of getting
45.
lost in the math here. So okay, if I have 2 shield boosters and you give me 2 oranges, how many total shield boosters do I have?
No, right. My point was essentially for a Sidewinder, right, who would get from that a shield booster who's 200%, you would get only 15% for 15 points of shield, which is not a lot to do. But when you have something like a cutter, where its base shield can be from 2,000 to 3,000 with upgrades, right? That 200% increase in shield capacity now is up to what was that?
In other words, like it's giving more wealth to the wealthy.
Yeah. It further basically disparages the difference between the weakest and the strongest, which is just.
That would be a good. That would be a cool engineering thing if you could like reverse that effect, so that like it would give like a Sidewinder 2,000. But if you put that shield booster on a cutter, it would do nothing. That would be
that's
interesting engineering.
Back in the day, you see, back in the day, there was, I think, even a poll on official forums or somewhere. Basically, people were, even developers themselves were talking about it because they know it's fucking broken. They proposed flat increase. For example, A-rated boosters give plus 200 shield. That's it.
I can follow that.
Not a percentile that would be exactly the same, but 200. So no matter which booster which ship you put that booster on, that increases it by that amount. So for big ships, it wouldn't really give much of an increase, while for small ships, it would be a magnificent increase.
That sounds logical.
So, and that brings smaller ships up to bigger ships, more closer design-wise, and the bigger ones less so. So with the bigger ones, you would also be incentivized to, rather than a shield booster, use, let's say, a point defense or something like that. making it more just capable of avoiding extra damage and whatnot else, rather than just being obscenely, insanely indestructible.
Well, there's part of me that's like, I just imagining like an eagle with 2,500 shield points just being the most annoying thing ever.
But then again, it wouldn't be able to do much damage. It would survive for a long time, and honestly, small ships should avoid. But again, there are ways to mitigate these things. Again, right now you can even get Sidewinder, which I was flying with 1,000 points of hull.
Oh, yeah.
Right. So, yeah, percentile-based increases just invite trouble, unless you're playing a pure player versus environment game, PvE games. No, percentile-based engineering is a bad idea for PvP.
Well,
it really is.
Well, it's just like in Elite, you have people that spend all this time getting all the power play weapons, getting all the engineering upgrades, and it's just like, you can't compete with some of these builds. Some of these Fertilances come in and just wipe you out.
No, you can't. No, you can't. Okay. You absolutely can't.
There is the only defense is solo play.
Yeah, that's also the problem, and that brings us in a sort of a problem field or minefield, if you will, of Elite's player protection. Pure and simple, Elite Dangerous doesn't protect its players enough for the game to actually matter or be viable as a open only, and it should be open only.
I tend to agree there. Like, I would prefer it to be open only, but I'm fine with having like the private group mode as like
I'm not
a tool. Like I get
the tool idea.
Sometimes you just want to do stuff and not be interrupted, but the majority of the time it's fun to be in the danger and the excitement and the intrigue.
Yeah, that's absolutely a valid point. But it's kind of a shit moment when literally, in order to play the game you want, you have to quite literally cut off part of its mechanisms, essentially, or mechanics, meaning multiplayer, in order to play it the way you want. That doesn't sound good design-wise. Overall, it just doesn't. But ultimately, no. The fact that solo and private exists is purely just the sort of a patchwork fix, because there is no real way to protect players in high security systems. For example,
I mean, I think it's like, okay, things like BGS and power play should be open only, right? Like, there should be
that's definitely
systems in the game where it's like, okay, these are meant to be like the multiplayer interactions that create like
power play is a pure PvP
stuff,
thing,
right?
Power play is supposed to be PvP thing, and yet
the
the most PvP bullshit it is just somebody in a fucking botted account taking on an army of actual players.
Power play to me is it's a 4-week mail delivery system to get a weapon and then leave. That's what it has become. Okay, this is a good question for you, because obviously, like, we're heading into 3.309, 3.308. We did have some, like, we had the big Thargoid update 14. I haven't really like followed your thoughts on update 14, but do you think it's good?
Right. So update 14. Right. Overall, it's it's too little, too late. It's decent,
okay.
Right? Basically,
if it had happened
decent,
right when Odyssey launched, like,
it should have been, and I think that's what they planned it to be, kind of, because, well, Odyssey launches, it's really horrible performance-wise, so you can't release this stuff before consoles get there, because consoles will be missing out. So we have to oh, god damn it, I rammed the star. So they were basically waiting for the consoles to catch up, and eventually decided, oh shit, we can't deliver it with the manpower we have, so we're gonna cut off, and hop 3 months later, here we go.
We'll do it later.
Oh, technically, no, not 3 months later, a year later.
Like a year.
We got this stuff.
Yeah, I remember, like, the year marker from when Odyssey launched, it was like, okay, Odyssey launched, and they spent, like, a year fixing Odyssey. And just, update after update, improving stabilization and optimization, bug fixes, and then maybe one feature, like, we put, like, a new commodity in or something, right? And then update 14 was, like, the first update where I was like, okay, I got excited about what that update was all about. But I did note that I was like, man, I wish that this had come like 6 to 8 to 12 months earlier. I think it would have.
No,
been,
it
like,
should have
really
come
cool.
6 months late earlier because that's when. Was it 6 months or older even?
Because
When the
Odyssey
first
was like May
when the
of-
first things appeared, when the first things appeared
The
in the sky.
Stargoids. The Stargoids.
Yeah, no, the Titans basically. Those are called Titans in the game's code, by the way.
Only because dirty
but yeah,
hackers
anyways,
went in and found it.
No,
Well, no, actually, no. I
it's-
think it's because it was
you're
in Crash
right.
when people went and found the clouds, and then the game crashed. In the crash logs, it said Titans. So technically, it wasn't even hacks. It was
no,
just,
no, it
like-
wasn't. I don't think it was in the. Even if it was in the crash logs, it was in dump data. Basically, the data that the game writes on your RAM. So you can extract that
Yeah.
information. That's on your device, pure and simple. And,
It's like rummaging through the garbage bin and finding corporate secrets.
Yeah, not necessarily. Well, yeah, kind of, I suppose so. But yeah, basically, we knew that the Titan Targoid was coming out right as the Odyssey launched on quote-unquote alpha. So this was
that's
already
right.
2-year-old thing.
That's
so
right.
it
Yeah, you
wasn't-
did a video on that like way
Yeah,
ages ago. That was
yeah.
like I think you found the Scorpion before the Scorpion was
Yeah,
launched.
yeah, I got also even the footage early. And,
Wasn't there something called a Rhino?
Yeah.
When are we
there was
getting a Rhino,
SRV as
Raven?
well. Yeah, that too. So it'll be certainly interesting, you know. I don't know.
I love-
But no, basically,
Even just like even if the content never arrives, it's kind of like deleted scenes from a movie, right? It's like what were they thinking
Yep.
at what time
and how did they come to this shit
Yeah.
point anyways,
And then why did it
what
get
could
cut?
have been. And then usually, these owners got, soon New Year's here in Latvia, so we got about 9 minutes or 8 minutes plus seconds.
I'm restocking my
So,
fireworks for you.
I didn't pack any, mostly because I'm in a jumping ship and.
Oh, I got bloody.
Yeah, thank
I got
you,
enough
thank
fireworks
you.
for both of us. But here's my question: is okay. So like, 2023, they said in Q1 they're gonna be like revising a feature, right? Is it power play? Is it power
Yeah.
punishment? Is it like what do you think it is?
Yeah, I'm not thinking of anything. I'm just gonna wait and see. I had that stance when they announced it.
Yeah.
I still have that stance, and I'm just. Let's see. I'm gonna be at Nav Beacon, so anyone
Nav
who wants to
Beacon?
come, feel free to. Yep, Nav Beacon for Lave. But yeah, basically. I'm not holding any expectations, honestly. Engineering rebalancing is something that I highly doubt they are even willing to try and take on, because either the sheer incompetence, lacks of fucks given, and yes, I know I sound extremely cynical here, but I would be pleasantly surprised if that would be the case.
Do you think like would people get excited over an engineering rebalance, or would that be like would you rather? I'd rather have like a new ship or a new planet to land on. Like
people who basically the fuck you got mine attitude people, you know, people who think that, oh well, I went through all this engineering, well I got this strongest ship in the game, well fuck you, I got mine, right, and I'm undefeatable, why are you taking away my stuff? That sort of folk, yes, they will be pissed, and that's what always are. You know, these people who don't want the game to improve overall, willing to sacrifice your own shit, because I'm willing to sacrifice every single one of my time wasted, you know, spent engineered module in order for the game to get better. I'm willing to throw all that to the garbage. I'm genuinely willing to regrind that stuff if it means the overall experience and engineering as a whole gets more fairer, and thus combat, and thus PvP, and so on and so forth. And thus same goes with every other progress part of the game.
if they remove the material storage caps and give you a full refund on all the materials, I'd be happy with that too.
But again, you know, there are people who are like, well, fuck you, I don't want to lose my shit. Well, again, there are ways to reimburse players for their spent rolls, right? You literally have in Codex stuff that lists how many rolls you have done, so you can reimburse your players for the amount of, you know, materials or rolls they have done haha, you can do that. But hell, I'm willing to lose all of it. I don't care about
Do
that.
you still
For
have
just better game.
Do you still have any of the old school modules from before engineering was like locked in, back when it was RNG and you could like
Few.
overroll? You still have some?
I
kicking
think
around?
I think I have a few, but I never really overrolled stuff, so I don't think I have any of those quality. But yeah, I do have some old ones still laying around, I suppose.
Oh yeah, I remember back in the day when you could roll a negative roll and like the thing would come out crappy, and it's like that was a waste of materials.
Oh god!
Like that was a very
RNG, spin the wheel, the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Let's do gambling. Let's do fucking gambling.
That's where I'm like, okay, it's got flaws where it is, but like, if they reworked engineering again, I wouldn't get excited. If they reworked something like Power Play or CQC, I'd be like, oh my god, that's amazing.
We'll see. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what they bring. And 5 minutes till New Year's here in Latvia.
Are you in the live nav beacon?
I am. Let me just quickly. Let's see. How could I put the timer on? Grr.
You doing a countdown? The ball is
Ah,
dropping.
I know. I have an idea. Give me a moment. Ooh, no crap. Fuck. 5 minutes. Stressing. You're not gonna see anything on the screen just yet, so.
I just picture EMX is juggling watches.
Yep. Here we go. Okay, I found the clockaroo. Let's see. Windows capture. Come on. Video capture. No. Windows capture. Yes, there we go. Yes, window capture. Who cares? Yes, that's perfect. There you go. You can see it on the screen. Now let me just crop it real quick. Filters. Add. Crop.
This
Yes.
is on the fly live editing, folks.
Okay, that's 200.
When you edit your videos, do you make sounds like that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm swearing a lot more, but yeah, sure, why not? Okay, that's a bit too much. 400, good kind of. Fuck it, I'll do. No, 400. Oh gods, I hear a squeak from somebody. Sorry, I'm not able to respond. 300. Good. Perfect. Kind of. Oh gods. Still have time. 300s? 300? No, 400s. Yeah, there we go. Fuck it, I'll do. Cackle doodle do the roob do do. Here we go. There we go. And I heard a squeak from somebody. Hold on, let me see. Who was being generous there? You once was. Oh, no paldies. No paldies savējiem. Thank you. Yes. Drīz jaunais gads nemainīs, nekas nemainās jūsu dzīvē. Nu, protams, ka nemainās. Visi tik dzer un pēc tam pohs. Anyways, enough of that nonsense, yes. Right. So there we go. I see somebody at least around. I'm not alone. Yay! And also, of course, thank you all for tuning in. Of course, I'll be sticking around until in-game New Year's. So yeah, this is just to celebrate my own special one. But yeah. Anyways, while we're waiting, we have about 2.5 minutes. Special. What have you been up to yourself this year?
Oh god, I mean, it's been a crazy. Like, I got one of them. What do you call them? Like player manufactions. So a lot of my time this year was spent working with the gang. Kind of spreading our little Dangus investigation
Syphilis?
faction around.
Oh.
Well, and that too. I mean, that's how we spread, right?
Oh no!
But that's the process, right? But the spirit, it's been great. We've like expanded all these systems. It's been like interesting to like start to kind of understand the BGS and how it thinks, which is it's a
my brain immediately is just tuning out already. I hate it so much.
It's a jumble of states and ticks and balance points or whatever. You just gotta feed it. You gotta feed it stuff, and then it grows. That's been really cool. And then obviously like the Thargoid stuff, I did a little exploration trip to Hellport this year. So I got around.
Where is that?
Oh, Hellport. It's kind of like if you go towards like the rim of the galaxy. It's kind of like the furthest station there. There's like a mysterious faction there. But like people think might have some wars in advance, but who knows?
So,
Well, thank you, Cole.
I'll look it up. Also, Cold, well, thank you for your generosity there. Really, really appreciate it. Happy New Year's to you as well. Pagaru, well, Laimīgano gadu savējiem arī, yeah. Hey, all the Latvians, Happy New Year's, yes. And everyone else, of course, Happy New Year's, Imix. May next year will be full dead horses for you to beat. Yes, well, we'll see about that, but definitely tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow, next year, we'll have Starfield to beat indeed, and that'll be an interesting one. Anyways, 30 seconds. Oh boy, here we go. So yeah. Now I don't know what to say anymore. So I'm just gonna default to
This is where you need one of them party
penis. Yes, also that. Oh god. Alright, so we got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Huzzah, motherfuckers! 2023! Woo!
in Latvia.
Yeah, hold on, let me just look outside the window.
Yamix is now screaming at the neighbors. He's gone. He's run off into the wilderness, ready to face 3303. Or wait, 3308. 3309.
Alright.
What year is it?
Yeah. Everything's shooting left and right outside.
Is
Woo!
there kvass pouring from the sky?
Yeah, alright. Huzzah! New Year!
Woo! You made
Guys,
it.
we're asking. Dude, thank you! Did I miss any of the other ones? No, okay. Alright, so Google Translate doesn't really work well for Latvian, but okay, I appreciate it. Yeah, gotcha. Right. Appreciate it, and best to you as well for the next years too, and everyone else here. So, well, now we're just left to wait for the New Year's here, here in.
You okay?
I don't know what the hell. Anyways, for the in-game stuff. So, let me just close that. Yep.
It's what, like 2 hours to Space New Year?
And 2 more hours for the Space New Year. So I could just sit around and I don't know, chat with you, Spatula, if you got that much time.
Sure.
Oh, well, that's mighty wonderful of you. All right, well, those that don't know, I am in the Lave system in the nav, or next to nav beacon, so feel free to come on by.
I can't seem to instance with you.
Un tavā dzīve nekas nemainīsies. Redzēs, we'll all stagnate, right? Anyways, the only constant in the life are, what was it? What was the joke? Taxes and something. God damn it! What is the joke? The only constant in life. The only constants in life are taxes and death. I think that's how the joke went. Yeah, or death and taxes. Yeah, there we go. Death and taxes. Yeah, there you go. There we go. All right. Well, yeah, actually, what? Since Spatula is around, you know, haven't chatted with the fucker in a while. So,
I choose
what's
taxes.
the highlight of this year? Yeah, what's the highlight of the year for you?
Well, yeah, in elite terms, I would say like update 14 was like cool. That was really cool to see the Stargoids coming and just like popping into these maelstroms, new areas to explore, new puzzles to unlock. Like that's where I think update 14 for me, and I agree with you. Like we said earlier, I think it came a little bit like later than it should have, but that was the update that showed me that okay, like there is new stuff coming. There is that hope for the future again. So that was the, I don't know.
All right.
That was the highlight.
So no real life stuff, no other games, anything like that outside of Elite?
Man, I don't know. Like, yeah, it's a slow year for games. I didn't play too many games. I mean,
Really?
Yeah, like other than Elite and just like going back and doing some of the old classics like Rocket League, which I dabbled in. I haven't really playing that many other games.
Well, I mean, this year oddly wasn't really that slow for games. I mean, Elden Ring released relatively early this year, which was and still is the highlight of the year. Then near the middle of the year there was Stray, the cat simulator that came out, which was I played through, and yeah, it's really good,
Is it
really
good?
fun. Yeah. The ending is stupid, but ending is all right generally speaking. But the sort of a meaning of it is kind of a really, or rather, it. Again, I'm not gonna.
It's
spoil
a game where you're a cat.
It goes beyond that. That's the thing. It's not anymore about the cat. It's just it almost was something more, but it just decided,
Okay.
I'm just gonna be about the cat. All right.
Okay.
Kind of sad. But regardless. Then there was, let's see, the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 released. There was the Warhammer 40k Dark Tide that released. Oh gods, there were a few other games that released this year. Hold on, let me see. A couple of Latvian games actually released this year. The Case of the Golden Idol and Space Wreck. Both really, really interesting 2D games, if that's your thing, more of a story-based stuff. But genuinely, Space Wreck is really, really fun. Kind of a reminiscent of, I suppose a little bit reminiscent of Fallout games, the first and second.
Okay. Like, is it isometric?
Yeah.
Nice. The classic.
Let's see what else released this year. Of course, it was the Horizon Forbidden West, which is on fucking consoles. Damn it! Then Sifu released. Holy fuck, Sifu released just this year. Well, I haven't played it, but
Everyone was going
really
crazy
like
for
the
that
idea.
game where like it's like really gory and you have to like do puzzles with like skulls and stuff. What was that one called?
that was Scorn. Yes,
Scorn.
Scorn. Yeah, Scorn released this year. Metal Hellsinger released, which is just probably my favorite one, despite Elden Ring being genuinely great, and it's also very close. But metal music for my heart. Very close, and I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
So that was thing, but now Elden Ring critically is just absolutely the best one. Then
So my friend got
God
me
of War
Elden Ring.
Ragnarok.
I haven't played Elden Ring, but I didn't like Dark Souls. Would you reckon like if you were getting really frustrated, like if the Dark Souls 2 tutorial caused you to rage quit and uninstall, how does Elden Ring stack up to that?
You said Dark Souls 2?
I think I couldn't get through the tutorial on that before I rage quit.
Okay. No. Dark Souls 2. Yeah, gotcha. Dark Souls 2 is probably the worst of the overall From Software games ever. Yeah, the thing is, here's the story, right? Back in the day, I downloaded and played a little bit of Dark Souls 2. It was on keyboard and mouse, of course. It was fine and dandy for every other game. So I think, okay, even if it is a game for port, it should play just fine if it, runs fine. And it did. The problem was that that early port, and still to this day, it still remains, Dark Souls 2 has absolutely the horrendously horrible, worst possible key binding port for Dark Souls 2. Like, it literally is just combination after combination that you have to manually remember in order to actually play it.
I see.
It's so bad. After and I didn't really play it much, and I forgot about it. Then a while later, a friend gifted me Dark Souls 3, and that was a proper PC release. It operated, it played well with keyboard and mouse perfectly. All the buttons were perfectly, explained or placed, and you didn't have to do multiple combinations just to drink a fucking Estus flask, right? And that, and I had troubles with it with the first boss. after it, I still remember problems, and I want to make a video one these days, a mega video, you know, hypercritical about it, how fucking great it is. But yeah, eventually I got past it, and I realized how actually challenging and how rewarding that challenge was. What an actual genuine challenge for beating an area, a boss, a enemy is. And Dark Souls 3 properly proved that to me and showed it to me. In FPS games, I often found that in few places, but nowhere but Dark Souls was it so clear how rewarding an actual challenge is. And you overcome that challenge knowing exactly how to overcome it. And that it was explicitly specific actions that you did that beat that thing.
Okay.
Right? And that's what's so rewarding, because you know exactly, and you're taught by the game exactly why you failed and why you didn't fail. And that, yeah, very few games actually, you know, in many games you just simply shoot at the thing, move, and that's about it. But yeah, Dark Souls was the one that proved it properly to me. And yeah, and ever since then I played Dark Souls 1. That was also horrible. Remaster came out. That was perfect. Again, just like Dark Souls 3, it had proper mouse and keyboard mapping.
Okay.
And it was perfect to play. Still to this day, Dark Souls 2 just does not have a good keyboard and mouse mapping. But
like,
if you play with the controller, yeah.
But like Elden Ring, okay, so like the big thing that bothered me about Dark Souls was the whole concept of like, oh yeah, I walk around the corner and something just kills me. And it's okay, it teaches me a lesson about checking around the corners and stuff like that, right? Is Elden Ring like that too? Where it's just the bullshit, like you walk down a corridor and some spiky ball comes and kills you.
Every game abuses your player, and well, just not player, but just the human nature, human psychology. You know, not checking what is slightly above you, not checking what is behind you, not checking, you know, simple corners and what else. And you know, every game utilizes that to some extent, and Elden Ring utilizes it as well. To some extent, because it's an open world game, less so, but yeah, there are plenty of those instances too. So
sure,
yeah,
okay.
if that's something you're really against, or rather
hey man, it's like Elden Ring. When I saw it first coming out, I watched a couple of people streaming on Twitch, and what appealed to me about I think more than like Dark Souls 1 and 2 was just it looked very colorful. And Dark Souls 1 in particular, I just remember like just being so depressed at the shades of gray and just
no, it's not just shades of gray; it's shades of brown, brown greenish,
earthen tones.
Yeah, it's very much that.
Like this very depressing drab, and you know, it's Elden Ring looks like it pops a little bit. It's a little more visually, aesthetically pleasing.
It's to do with basically the color scheme of the consoles. Because of the consoles, that's why it looks like that. It's kind of a product of its console generation, sadly. Because Elden Ring, Dark Souls were on the consoles first, and so on and so forth. So that's why it looks the way it is. Dark Souls 3 definitely, you know, brightens up. Dark Souls 2 also brightened up a little bit, and progressively it got to a normal standard of actually, you know, proper, normal, natural tones, and when it's needed, of course, also dark and gloomy and what else tones.
I mean, it's called Dark Souls, right?
Nah. Well,
not pretty colorful soul.
Soul is the dark, not everything else is dark. yeah. No, Elden Ring definitely pops. Elden Ring definitely has a different color scheme. Though it also has, you know, moments and so on and so forth. Oh gods, who wants it? Shit. Right, I'm entertain folks real quick. I'm quickly take a call.
Okay. Well, hi folks. How are you today? Yamix is saying he's taking a call, but he's probably going to the bathroom. Let's be real. I can't see his chat, by the way. I'm streaming on my YouTube channel, so I have no idea. Oh, did I get him? No, it's Cold. Hey, Cold. Oh, I think Cold wants some fireworks. But yeah, I don't know. What Dark Souls is a game that I wish I loved. It's one of those things where like I know so many people that just like love and admire and respect it, and I just don't have the patience. I got someone here with a Type 10. We're doing fireworks together. That's lovely. Because I can't instance with the MX because Elite still hasn't fixed that. Oh no, I got an assault empty. Uh-oh, I wanted that. Oops. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, I don't know what Yamix's chat is saying, so you're all probably like, who the hell is this guy? What's going on? I'd like to ask you what games everyone else is playing out there. In my chat, I know you got Josh Malfalor. How you doing? And he's thinking the FDev servers will crash at midnight, which honestly I wouldn't put past them. But can you imagine being on the Elite dev team? It's like, yo, the servers are down. It's midnight on New Year's Eve. We need you to come into the office and fix this shit. I'd be like, yeah, sorry, that's not happening. But yeah, I was playing. A friend of mine got me the Elden Ring, and I'll be playing the Elden Ring pretty soon. I haven't started it yet because I'm a little bit of that like, oh god, it's a Dark Souls game, and I'm gonna get so angry. But then there's also what was it? The Marvel's Midnight Suns, which is by the Firaxis folks, the guys who did XCOM 2. And I was playing that, and I'm like, what has game dev become? You're just running around, like, half the game is, like, this cool tactical combat. The other half is, like, running around a mansion and, like, collecting little green glowing orbs to level up your friendship points with, like, Marvel superheroes. And it's like, I just want to do the combat. I don't want to, like, build relationship points by running through the same halls over and over, picking up dots. There are some games that come out where I'm just like, and they should do better. XCOM 2 is one of my all-time favorite games. I'd say like Elite, XCOM 2, and what's the other one? Fallout series. Fallout New Vegas, I'd say, was my favorite of the bunch. Oh, hello, Yuso. They're just gonna Yeah, Mix, are you back?
Yes.
Do the game servers go offline on New Year's? Are they gonna crash the universe?
It's hold on, it's Y33
3308? 3309? Y3K?
Is it 09?
It's 3309.
I don't remember which one in game
we're in
here was
we're
it.
in the 3308 and we're going to the 3309.
Oh right. So it's
you're in
Y33 Y330
3.099K.
Something, yeah. It's computer's gonna stop working. There we go. The Targoid's gonna just penetrate all of us mentally. There you go. That's yeah. Folks, panic, everyone.
Put your tinfoil hats on.
Being alive. Exactly.
Did you? Okay, so you saw the last Frontier live stream with David Braben himself in a pre-recorded. So we don't know when that was filmed. That could have been years ago. They could have done years and years of David Braben pre-records. He could be.
Sure, it might as well just deep fake, right?
It could be.
Yeah.
And there was very, very little that was like a half-hour segment, and I think it was mostly Sally just showing David stuff from the community and being like, "Hey, David, have you heard of these guys called the Fuel Rats? Yeah, that's really interesting." But
no way, something new, really? Oh.
But did we get anything from Braben other than like he said there may be a use for those tinfoil hats, which I don't know what that means.
I honestly don't give a fuck, nor do I care. Saying the same thing, but regardless, basically at this point, Elite Dangerous is so stagnant, and whatever promises or comments that the community managers or the team have made basically are, well, in my eyes and ears, essentially just meaningless. As they have been for quite some time, and I don't trust them until they actually release anything. And at that point, it's also always quite a bit different from what you even expect. So again, even like what you previously said about the single feature that might be changed. Again, yeah, it's a singular, not plural features that are being changed or will be changed. Who the fuck knows what the hell that is? So yeah,
so even like we are buffing trade dividends by 5%. That's our feature.
Yeah, basically the mentality there is when it comes, it comes. I don't particularly care until it actually is out. Even more so true with a few other space game projects, shall we say? But for Elite Dangerous,
is that how you say
modus
operandi?
operandi. Yeah, I poked it. a couple of days ago. As always, I do. You know, I just drive by, poke.
So I have Star Citizen, and I played it a couple times, and I kind of was like, this was maybe a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, where I'm like, really cool ambition, but I'm gonna leave it the fuck alone and just not look at anything Star Citizen at all, and come back in a couple of years.
Oh.
Is it time?
Oh, you don't want to buy more expensive ships, Spatula? You don't want to buy any more expensive $500 ships?
Well, are they $500 or arcs, or what kind of crazy currency does they use? Like the AUCs
no,
or whatever?
it's actual dollars.
Actual dollars.
Yeah, $500 worth of ship. No, come on.
And these are ships that if I'm not correct, like you can earn these through in-game money. You don't need to spend stupid amounts of money.
Well, you can, sure, yeah. But let's be frank. Will you? Come on, you want that space pussy? Come on,
okay,
man.
So I did upgrade my starter ship. I traded it back in for the ship that had the ejector seat, because I just wanted an ejector seat. But that's my limit. Star Citizen, you don't get any more money till you show me Squadron 42.
Ah, yes, the Squadron 42. Now that's the big one indeed. Yeah.
Like, I'm more excited for Squadron 42 than for Star Citizen to be complete-ish. Like, I just don't know what the release date is on that, or when you would say it was like, what's the turning point for Star Citizen? I don't know. I don't care. But when Squadron 42 comes out, that will come out, and that's more like, to me, like, I liked the old Wing Commander games and the cinematic storylines. So I'm excited for Squadron 42, but that's also a big question mark, I guess.
Yeah, no, at this point it's really under a question mark, really, whatever they are doing, really. It's, no one knows what the fuck is going on. The community is not being told, genuinely. And, well, the Star Citizen, whatever we have, right, it's... But, you know, that's just my take, of course, so... Yeah, wait and see for more years to come.
Oh, God.
Oh.
See, yeah. Joe's telling me they used, you can buy $39,000 worth of ships in Star Citizen. Is that real? $39,000?
Yes. Yeah, the package that includes every ship, the ground tank, the anti-missile or surface-to-air missile truck included, and bikes, and you know that stuff as well. Yes, they actually have that package. The last I checked, and that was about 4 years ago, maybe. No, not 4 years ago. I think it was 2 years ago. Was $32,000. Every single thing, No, wait, not 32, but $35,000.
Do you think they're gonna do, like, put that on sale at some point?
Oh, they always do. They always have it on sale. You just simply can't see it if you haven't spent already $1,000 worth of, you know,
so
something.
You don't even get to see that option until you've already spent $1,000. And then like a buy everything package doesn't even make sense because you already have some of the everything.
Well, assumedly you don't double dip that one, but basically you have to prove that you are a spending whale in order to be advertised even harder, because they know that they can, and you're not gonna really raise concerns about it.
I did see something. There was like a Mile High Club or something like that. Like you.
Oh yeah. That's the $1,000 club, prestige club, whatever it was, concierge, I think it was called, or something like that.
No, it's like,
but yeah,
that's great for people who just want to throw away their money on, you know, bits and bytes. But like, should every game have that? That seems like a weird thing.
Well, the thing is, every game would have it if they could.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, they got to make money after all. It all started with that stupid Skyrim $20 horse skin.
We've come some quite the way now, haven't we? Haven't we?
Every game has their own, like, in-game currency. I was saying, it's like I played that the new Firaxis game. It's the Marvel Midnight Suns one. some of it really pisses me off. The one thing that really just drives me nuts is that there's like 25 different types of currency. It's like you get the blue currencies and the orange currencies.
How
and the
to
purple
obscure
ones,
how
and-
much
and then
money you are
credits.
spending. 101.
Yeah.
Introduce Monopoly money,
Oh god.
including Elite Dangerous.
It's like, well, if you convert 3 of the blue gems, you can make a purple gem, but to get the gold gem, you have to spend money. It's like, what the hell? Like, it's getting out of control. Like, all the mobile game isms that you see from, like, these little mobile games are now starting to, like,
Yeah.
slide into the real, like, PC stuff.
Yeah.
But what about Cyberpunk?
Yeah,
Was
well.
Cyberpunk this year?
Well, Cyberpunk this year, what happened to it was, I think, release of Edge Runners, right? The
yeah,
anime TV show animation, right? That brought quite a lot of interest back into the universe for Cyberpunk. And as it happens, it brought back quite a lot of interest. In fact, it was so good that, a lot of people came back to play the game or even try it out. And it got to a point where it broke the launch day numbers, if I remember correctly. It was a good boon. I still stand with the same principle that it's shit gameplay, but decent enough story. In fact, well executed, visually, at least. Story with animations, characters, and so on and so forth. The problem with the Cyberpunk essentially is that, just like we talked just previously, it has the level-dependent enemy scaling.
Yeah. I don't like
And
that.
that's one of the things I hate so
Yeah.
hard.
It's like, why do you have progression in the game? Like, the fun part of progression is when you become this super high level godlike character and you go back to the starting area and you can just like one shot everything, right? Like, and then you're like, how far have I come? Right? But if they scale it up
Yeah.
with you, it's like you never get that like opportunity to feel powerful. It's meaningless. I hate it.
Yeah, I mean, even though there are even if there is vertical progression, ultimately it just comes down to just simply, still leveling up and making already existing guns that you have just worthless couple of levels later, which just
Well, that's
annoys me.
another thing that grinds my gear. Where it's like you these games where it's like, yeah, I found this weapon, it's really cool, I'm in love with it, and then 5 minutes later, it's completely obsolete because you found other guns that you don't love as much, but they just do better. Like games like
Yeah.
Borderlands have those kind of mechanics where it's like, well, I guess that lovely weapon I was in love with is now completely useless to me.
Pretty much. Crawl. Ooh, Happy New Year's to you as well, everyone else as well. Who's around? Laura Rose. Today, the Very Dangerous figured anything else yet, or is it still Laundering Mess? Right, so Elite Dangerous. It's stagnant. I mean, it's slightly less stagnant now with the new Targoid power play war thing, whatever is happening out there. But if you never really cared about Targoids, well, story-wise, at least something is happening. But it's, I would say, too little, too late. As I said previously, it's something positive. It would have definitely served better to increase the player numbers if it was literally released a year earlier.
Detachment complete. Maintain
But
course.
there you go. Necrophage Dev, I guess. Well, thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Hopefully doing fine and dandy, and Happy New Year's! Here from the Latvia, where I am in the future. Or at least most of it. Yes. I'm in the future there for y'alls. But yeah, let's see. Let's see. Anything particularly interesting stuff you're looking forward to for the next year? Chats? Spatula?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Starfield game. I think that's going to be fun.
Well, we'll see. Ultimately, Starfield, the Starfield is the big one next year, though there's another even bigger thing, well, technically not for the channel, but for myself, and that is Stalker, at the end of the year. Ukrainian, developed, good old Stalker. Oh, it'll be interesting to see what it does. Recently, they released a new trailer for it, which also looked pretty nice. Finally showed the actual gameplay, the UI, a little bit here and there. So yeah, there's that. But yeah, no, Starfield overall is going to be interesting, certainly. Kerbal Space Program 2, yeah, it'll be interesting to take a look at what KSP 2 brings, of course, that too. I mean,
I forgot
it was
about that.
delayed. Yeah, it was delayed, and you know, it's also going to be coming out. So yeah, I'm certainly going to be reviewing it. I'm certainly going to be fucking around with it. So
I heard there's
of course, stay
multiplayer.
tuned.
KSP 2 is supposed to have
Yeah,
multiplayer.
Yeah, we'll see about that one. But you know, hey, you never know. Let's see what else. But yeah, no, Starfield overall is just going to be a No Man's Sky, but with open world that is with interesting stories filled and you know better, basically, potentially that or worse, but with more story than No Man's Sky. But you never know.
Yeah.
We'll see it.
Like maybe 200, 300 hours, then you uninstall confidently and never look back, kind of thing. Or the mods start showing up and you turn everything into Macho Man Randy Savage, Thomas the Tank
that'd be
Engine.
fun.
Like,
Yeah.
which
no, Thomas the Tank Engine is going to be definitely the first mod that is brought in. I mean, for fuck's sake, every big game that came out last year, I mean, not 2 years ago. Haha! Yes, I can say 2 years ago now. In 2021, you know, Thomas the Tank Engine was probably one of the first mods that was put in the game. So, yeah. Horror show be coming.
it's like, you know, I don't understand why Bethesda just doesn't make a damn Thomas the Tank Engine open world RPG. Like, it's inevitable at this point. It's gonna happen. Do you want to make money from it, Bethesda?
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. We'll see. Definitely, Starfield is up in the air because Bethesda themselves, just for the life of themselves, cannot make a good story. It's always belabored. There we go. Belabored bullshit and poorly executed. Fallout 3 is a good example. Let's see.
Fallout 3 is great, but the ending sucks.
No. Fallout 3 has plenty, sure, nice little stories, but ultimately they don't mean much. When the grand story, well, the big story, the overarching story is absolutely garbage. And you know, everything that surrounds that story as well is absolutely trash. If you actually critically examine it, it really is. What Bethesda are good at are making open worlds. You know, feel open and fun to explore at the very least, which is the case with Skyrim. And Skyrim also has problems with story basically being garbage. It's just little things that, you know, kind of are fun to poke around, and the side quests are often more interesting to sort of go through, as linear as they are, really. They are. So, yeah, open worlds definitely for Bethesda are a key feature, but when it comes to actually making story, no. Sadly, no. So yeah,
yeah, I think they do
we'll
do side quests okay, but their main storylines just always kind of seem to fizzle out. And replayability, right? Like, I think Skyrim is probably
most replayable game ever because its open world is just so fun to fuck around in.
Yeah, but at the same token, also in Skyrim, like you could be the head of the Wizard Guild, the head of the Fighters Guild, and the head of the Thieves Guild, and the Emperor. You know, you could do everything in one playthrough. You didn't need to replay it, right? There were no choices.
there's that. Though they mean very little ultimately. Sadly too.
I'm like, I've never like not liked a Bethesda game. Like, certainly, I'm a fan of Fallout 3, Fallout 4, Fallout 76. Let's just not.
or how about Elder Scrolls Blaze?
I don't even know.
Did you like
what
playing
that is. Was that like a mobile game or something?
Know? Yes.
Really?
It's a freemium game. Ugh. Yes. It's the type of a game where an action costs you either literally 24 hours plus, or money. Yes, that's what they made. That was the last entrance in the fucking Elder Scrolls. Jesus Christ.
I mean, I hope it's like some corporate team that's like separate from. I hope it's not part of their like. This is our main strategy.
I don't know. I don't remember who made Blades, but yeah, that was yeah, everyone forgot about it, but I sure as fuck didn't. Oh, it's horrible. But yeah, that's kind of the problem with Bethesda overall. They open world, sure, yeah, it will work, and we'll see about that. But the story, honestly, knowing their track record, or rather their poor design on every single game that they mainline made, I don't trust it to be good. So we'll see what it does. And mechanics-wise, considering that's a Bethesda again, we can expect basically a very poor performance, very poor mechanics. But again, as long as that open world works, people will play it. You know, hey,
Like,
we'll see about that.
I don't have huge expectations for Starfield other than, like, I'll probably enjoy it for a bit, and then eventually I'll get sick of it and just stop playing,
We'll see.
right? Like, to me, it's amazing that, you know, like for a game like Elite that, you know, it's like I've been playing for 7 years that I still play it, right? There's no other game that I've been able to at least come back to,
of course.
right? There's a very
Of
small
course,
list
of
of
course.
games where it's like, you know, it's like you could play Skyrim again in 10 years of nostalgia, but you'd play like 15 minutes and then you'd be done with it, right?
Honestly, Skyrim is so well done that it actually is enjoyable for, you know, good chunks of playtime. It's not just pick up and play. It's literally just set in a world and jaunt off to whatever direction you care for. I
See those
suppose.
mountains over there? You can climb them.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
You can just literally
Yeah.
run up the side of them on your horse. It's fine.
Yeah. Actually, I'm looking at the games that are coming out on 2023. Right. So let me get your
What's good?
thoughts
What's
on
good?
this one. All right. So, are you interested in Nintendo?
Like the console?
Well, Nintendo stuff.
I guess. I mean, not if like Chris Pratt is voicing Mario.
Oh god! Oh no! I remember that one.
Like I saw that
Fuck,
trailer, I was like,
listened-
"What is going on?"
Oh god! Yeah, I blocked it out of my mind. I really aggressively almost don't give a fuck about Nintendo stuff, but Jesus Christ, yeah. But anyways, yeah. What I was referring to is the new Zelda game, Legend of Zelda: Tears of Whatever, right?
Okay.
So that's coming out. After that, it's the Harry Potter Hogwarts Legacy that is coming out. So that's gonna
For
be
all
that.
you Potterheads out there.
Those that are not turned off by the comments by J.K. Rowling and and all that stuff. So there's that. Let's see. Diablo 4 is coming out now. That's gonna be a big one.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm almost tempted to take a look at that because I recently started playing Diablo 2.
Okay.
Literally for the first time properly sitting down and playing.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and honestly, beyond the first level, or rather the first area, the first act, not as fun as some other Diablo clones that came after that. I myself,
think
the first Diablo-like game that I played was Mu Online, and I loved it.
I think you kind of have to give it the benefit of the time that it was released and what it was at the time. Like I still
true.
think, like I feel like
It was
Diablo
ahead
in
of its
general.
time, absolutely.
Diablo in
No,
general is
absolutely.
like still riding on the coattails of how crazy Diablo 2 was at the time.
Oh yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. Literally the linchpin of Diablo series is the Diablo 2. If it wasn't as good as it was, I can't imagine it being, even as refreshed of a title as it is today, really. They wouldn't bother remaking it with the Resurrection. They wouldn't bother making Diablo 3 immortal or Diablo 4. But we'll see what Diablo 4.
I
But
would
of
still
course,
just
it's,
love to see a remake of Diablo 1, like the original, and that like descent
Never
down
played
to the church, but with like, modernized equipment and everything, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Because Diablo 2, man, it just does not. I tried launching it on my Steam Deck, and it did, but it doesn't rescale properly with the screen, and it's horrible. Like I'd love to, but it just doesn't want to play well with the screen properly. So fuck me. But anyways, we'll see about that. Let's see. There's the new Final Fantasy 16. I don't know what that will be, but okay. Something. Let's see. Then we have Dead Island 2 is also coming out. Holy fuck! Actually, some really big ones. Some old sort of like boogers who are hanging. You know, they're just hanging around and not really dropping, shall we say? And now this.
I guess like
the year
are these like games that like got delayed because of the pandemic kind of deal?
No, the thing is, everyone thought when Diablo Immortal was announced, right, Diablo 4 would be the game that they announced. But no, it was the mobile garbage shit.
Get
right?
with the mobile games. Enough with the mobile games. We want computer games.
Exactly. Everyone thought that it was high time for Diablo 4 to come out, or rather be announced, and it never did. Now that it has, of course, with the Diablo 4 this year, we'll see, long-awaited game. Dead Island 2, man, they switched developers twice. So, yeah, that one was in the development for such a long time. So that finally is coming out as well. After long-awaited time, aside from mobile games again. Hogwarts, that Harry Potter game, new one is coming out, so that's a new one.
What are the latest mobile games, Yamix? I'm excited to have more clones of existing mobile games.
Cookie Clicker, yeah.
Actually, you know what? I played Cookie Clicker past the Grandma Apocalypse. Like, I got deep into Cookie Clicker.
I recently did that too. Right, I recently just put it on. I put on a couple of mods and just left it on. Oh man!
Like I was impressed at how deeply invested I got into that stupid game.
It's fantastic. It genuinely is a fantastic game. No wonder it constantly just is sort of a reminder for something that is purely just stupid time waster thing that still works. Like how simple games can be.
You know it's a waste of time. You're not going to go in the office and say, "Hey, guess what I did in Cookie Clicker last night?" No one cares.
It's just cathartic. Absolutely, it's just cathartic. Absolutely. Let's see. The next game, we got Atomic Heart, the Russian-made immersive sim or Bioshock-like game. That one has been, talked about for a long time, and it'll be interesting to see what it actually brings to the table, because it genuinely does look like, Russian but Bioshock. So that'll be interesting to see what's what. Despite the country of origin being a piece of fucking shit. But anyways, that's just me, Right, let's see. Resident Evil 4 is being released, the re-release, remake, that is.
I didn't know they were remaking
that is coming out next year, so that'll be interesting to see, what they can bring. Redfall, I don't know that. Oh right, Dead Space. Dead Space remake is also coming out next year.
That's cool.
Aliens Dark Descent.
Did you play any of the Callisto Protocol? It's by the guys who made Dead Space.
Nope.
They made like a new Dead
Space. I saw reviews. I kind of wanted to. I reported on it before it came out, right? On my videos from time to time, but no, I ended up just simply seeing the reviews of it and thinking, good thing I didn't waste my time on it.
Are they reviews or like quote-unquote reviews?
Oh no, just genuine reviews overall. It's poor. Like, it's really poor. It looks good, but beyond that. Yeah. Let's see, what's next for them?
Thank you for choosing our station, Commander.
Right, alright, so those that are wondering who is the other voice in the chats there, that would be
David
Spatula. Yes.
It's me, David Braben. I'm excited to be here.
That is the one and only the Spatula, yes, indeed. And currently in game, I am at Lave's nav beacon, so feel free to join for the New Year's celebration for in-game clock. So I'm still waiting for that, and we are about an hour and 20 minutes away. In the meantime, I'm just rambling, gambling, blah blah blah. No, not gambling. I'm rambling about games that are coming out next year. and taking in some opinions from Spatula himself and maybe you chats too. Let me just then continue. Right, so after Atomic Heart, we got, let's see, Dead Space here. We got something. Well, Alan Wake 2, but I genuinely don't care about Alan Wake in the first place. It's one of those games that is such a high budget, seemingly cinematic experience, but gameplay-wise,
It doesn't feel like a
Didn't
game
look
that
any
you would want a
special.
sequel to.
Yeah. Felt like an over-bloated, pretentious bullshit from a big company, just whatever.
Remember, there was something about
then,
this
of course-
Alan Wake was like going off sale permanently. It'll never be on sale again.
Oh, God.
Like, get it-
No, I don't remember that.
You know?
But all right. Right, all right. Oh, God. Right. Arc 2. They didn't finish the fucking Ark Survival 1, right? And now they're making the second one, or releasing it. I hate this shit. Like, I hate this shit, not only because of Ark 2, but also Overwatch 2 and, this sort of garbage, essentially. Although Overwatch at least was, finished. That's a whole different fucking stupid story. But anyways, the game that I'm most looking forward to for the next year, aside from Starfield, is definitely Stalker. Obviously, that's coming out at the end of the year, so that'll be just absolutely, hopefully, a tasteful thing. Payday 3, eh? Payday 3 is coming out. Okay, so that's interesting. Huh. I mean, I've never been a fan of Payday. Absolutely, I hate the bullet sponginess of it. But all right, fair enough. Then there's Lies of P, or well, basically Pinocchio, kind of a Dark Souls.
What?
Souls-like game.
A Pinocchio Dark Souls game.
Well, it sounds stupider than it is. It's just a setting, that sort of a Edwardian era, I would say. Maybe kind of that sort of a or Bloodborne-like,
Okay.
looking game.
Okay.
Sort of. No, there you go. So that's that. After that, we got. Deliver Us Mars. That's I've heard the name constantly pop up
I
here
played
and there.
Deliver Us the Moon, and it was like one of those like short little snackable games where you're like, yeah, it was kind of a neat experience. I wish there was more to it, and I'm kind of hopeful that Deliver Us Mars is that. Like, yeah, there's more to it. So I am kind of excited for that one. But like Deliver Us the Moon is like one of those little puzzle games where you're like, there's some cool ideas in here. I just wish there were more. Maybe this is it.
Oh. All right, that's all right. That's neat. And the only other game that kind of makes sense for me is Homeworld 3 that people tend to talk about. So there you go. Homeworld fans, that's next year as well. Holy fuck, there are actually surprisingly decent amount of games that are interesting to come out and see. Oh, and maybe if you cared about The Wolf Among Us 2 is coming out as well.
The Wolf.
Telltale, it's a Telltale game.
Is this like that game where
Telltale.
people are sus?
No. The Wolf Among Us is Tales from Borderlands or Tales from Walking Dead. The Telltale
Yeah,
games.
the one like the
Yeah,
choose your own
basically
adventure.
that sort of thing. Yeah, there you go. That sort of a thing. I'm seeing a name, Aliens Dark Descent, but I'm gonna have to look it up, frankly speaking. But there was another game that I noticed, but I'm not seeing it on this list. And actually, I saw a game that will be coming out next year is Star Marine.
Star Marine.
Not Star Marines. What was it? Yeah, it was Star Marines. I think.
Is that like an alien game, like Alien?
No, not Space Marine. Space Marine is announced for 2024. Starship Troopers. There we go. Starship Troopers.
Oh, Starship Troopers. I would be down to play the Starship Troopers game. That's what I want to see with like Thargoid ground conflict. Is just
Yeah,
like
right.
Starship Troopers.
Starship Troopers Extermination. That's how it's named. But
Like-
yeah, that thing is coming out next year apparently, and looks interesting. I mean, it's a low budget, but I mean it's Starship Troopers kind of a thing. So it'll be interesting, certainly. Let's see, Aliens Dark Descent. Let me just check real quick, because let's see the trailer. Focus Entertainment and let's see, Focus Entertainment is releasing.
Do you think that there's like been a huge backlog? Because like similar to like movies over the pandemic, like a lot of films got delayed. Has it been the case in gaming too, where like a lot of projects that were supposed to happen maybe last year got delayed, and then they had to delay them again because there were just so many games coming out?
Oh, we'll see about it. Hold on.
So a lot of the games you mentioned, I'm like, man, I feel like I heard about them like in 2019.
Yeah, some of them were constantly, or rather, they were announced and never released, and then constantly really just floating in the zeitgeist, like the Dead Space 2, for Dead Island 2. So that'll be interesting what that brings. But no, there were a few other games that really just were announced, or rather, always kind of expected, and then people wanted it. Diablo 4, for example, that only now finally comes out. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting year. I mean, last year. Last year was filled with some really good games and really big stinkers too. But
What was the biggest stinker?
oh no, somebody killed me.
It killed you.
Oh no, that's what you get for bumping me too much.
New Year's miracle.
Oh well, I honestly
do you
expected to
think-
explode the New Year's.
Could we time it to be the last people to die in 3308? Like time our self-destructs exactly with the countdown?
Honestly, we could, but honestly, exploding festive stuff on the clock is more interesting, I would say. So
I will
we
explode
can,
for you, Yamix. I will take one for
Oh,
the team.
that's all right. Well, fair enough.
Yeah, Joe's asked me, Kerbal Space Program 2.
I'm just gonna,
Kerbal
for the
Space-
folks at home, I'm gonna showcase it then. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll gladly... I love blowing myself up for science.
I mean, that's what most of my streams tend to be. So yeah, me too. All right, back to the whatchamahazards.
What do you think was the biggest stinker this year? What was the foulest bio waste deposit?
I kind of will be making a video summary for this last year.
So subscribe to find out.
But yeah, that's gonna be 2 weeks from now. But the biggest stinker contenders are Callisto Protocol,
Really?
which I didn't play. Warhammer 40k Dark Tide, for basically just being a lazy copy paste, just charlatan of a game that really, a copy paste game of a copy paste of a copy paste. Basically, it's a Left 4 Dead copy paste of their own copy paste. And the story was just non-existent. The only good things are that the gameplay was, okay, and or rather, it worked. Essentially, the gameplay worked. It wasn't particularly unique or special, like again, the Left 4 Dead would be. And the story was just non-existent. The progression is just disgusting, and other things. Basically, a big disappointment. But I wouldn't say no. It's not the worst. So
It's kind of sad when the standard becomes
Callisto
like it worked.
Yeah, right. I know, but there we are, right? But Callisto Protocol would be one, definitely. But another people got really pissed off about, and I don't play it, was the God damn it, Pokemon, that Pokemon thing that everyone posted glitches and lag and what else, the crap about, right?
I don't know about that.
When
I
it came
remember
out,
that
basically it
Pokemon
was
Go.
barely finished.
That was the one that like people
What was
were.
the name of the Pokemon, folks? What was the big stinker this year? It was called like that. But aside from that, Saints Row. Yeah, also
Row.
Saints Row. Yeah.
Wait,
I
there was a
didn't
new
play it.
Saints Row game?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, and it
Oh.
was, as my friend would put it, woke bullshit.
Oh no.
Yeah,
So
that
I
kind
liked
of crap.
what was it, Saints Row 3 or something. Like I didn't know it was like an outlandish humor game, and I was like, oh, this is funny. And then Saints Row 4 was kind of like too much. So I guess the one that came out was Saints Row 5, but I didn't even hear about it.
But yeah, the new reboot for Saints Row, yeah, it was horrible. So yeah, no, that's basically, yeah, this year's biggest, last year's biggest stinker, I would say. Three of potentially could have been decent games, you know, Pokemon for Pokemon's sake, Callisto Project for, you know, hey, Visceral, you know, reborn from the ashes. Nope. And Saints Row basically, yeah, Saints Row being basically just a hey, reboot for the new era, but nah, it's garbage. It's woke bullshit. Sad, but there you go. Yeah, that's essentially the.
Sometimes it's just the way the cookie crumbles. Can't have your cake and eat it too. Actually, that'd be a good game.
Not necessarily. But no, I would say there were far better games overall this year. I mean, God of War Ragnarok is a great example, right? The Stray was just a phenomenally unique experience, absolutely. Elden Ring, just the best fucking thing ever, right? At least for me, and critically too. And of course, Hellsinger being a very unique thing. Hold on, I think Gun Jam is coming out next year as well. It's a rhythm FPS game, the third one of its kind as well. So we'll have some interesting stuff on that front as well, surprisingly. So it seems that there are plenty of things to, I suppose, choose from. So, but yeah, no, it seems that there are even more interesting games coming out this year. We can say this year. So,
You
yeah.
can. Not in space time,
Yes,
man, but
right. Yesterman or Yesteryear Man.
We're on space clock, man. Like I like believe me.
All right.
The New Year's according to space clock is my 7 p.m. But I'm going by space time.
Fair enough. Well, hey, at least it's middle of the day for you, so you can go and take a nap, you know, get some groceries if need be, and prepare for your New Year's while celebrating everyone else's, basically. Before.
I just go from New Year's to New Year's, you know.
Just
Keep it going all day. 24 hours, New Year's.
Well, there you go. So, some people need an excuse to drink, so there you go. That's it. Really, anything will do.
Yeah. Just keep the party going, man.
Trespass zone.
Actually, speaking of, right, for the chats there, if anyone wants to share, what are the games you are guys specifically looking at for the next year? Because, again, I mentioned a couple of them, and there are some interesting potential big stinkers and potential good games as well. Ultra Kill. Well, Ultra Kill is in early access, but is it releasing next year? Really? This year, sorry. No, if it is, awesome. Well, I'm waiting for the chat.
Trespass zone cleared.
There are updates coming. Gosh. Right. Well, fair enough. There is this indie game that I was looking for already last year in November, and it was what was it? The Apocalyptic Vibes. Basically, a stalker-like-ish kind of a game. You know, post-apocalyptic, you know, gas mask wearing radiation sifting and sort of a running gunning sort of a FPS game, built-in build engine. No, not build. No, I think it is in build engine, or is it on Doom engine? That is id Tech, old id Tech, Doom 2 engine.
So
I
for,
don't
for
remember.
me, who
No,
doesn't know anything
regardless,
about
it's one of
engines,
those.
what's
It's
the-
one of those.
What's interesting about the build engine?
Well, oh god, what was the question specifically?
Like you said, it's like built in the build engine. So why
Yeah.
is that? What makes that remarkable or interesting?
Right, build engine back in the day, right? So essentially, right, if I remember correctly about the engines that were developed, right? So the first 3D engine, if I remember correctly, was utilized, properly for Wolfenstein 3D.
Okay.
Right? And later that was basically made into id Tech 1, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think it was id Tech 1 that Doom 1 ran on. Then Doom 2 ran on id Tech 2. These engines basically they utilized 2D drawings as sort of a 3D space, if you will, a representation of it. And basically enemies were sprites rather than 3D models, and that was the limitation back in the day. And still, they became best games out there, Doom 2 specifically. But yeah, then, Doom 1. Or rather, Doom 2 specifically still had some limitations when it came to 3D rendering, and build engine was made by one guy, and it offered, and the funny thing is, build engine was, or rather, it offered slopes, right? Essentially, it offered. I know it feels kind of weird, but
Like slopes is in diagonal surfaces.
yeah, it was diagonal surfaces essentially, but slopes essentially weren't possible to be placed in id Tech engine, right? It was kind of a limitation of specific drawing, I think it was, or something like that. I remember something about slopes existed, or something like that. Like being a specific, unique difference that this one person made an engine and allowed it to work. And on build engine, essentially, my favorite game of old yesteryear resides, and that is Duke Nukem 3D. It was built on it, and that at the time was made after Doom 2 was made, and though it wasn't as popular, it still impacted the gaming world quite a bit, because it kind of featured the first character, protagonist that you're playing that had a voice, and that was Duke, right? That was the thing. It was explosive. Yeah, it also allowed full 3D, mouse movement, and that also was another thing. And
it had like
basically
levels, and I remember it was the first game where I'm like, holy shit, you can see yourself in the mirror.
Yeah, that's another thing, and there were other little things, technical aspects that the build engine allowed that Doom did not. So that was a thing essentially, but yeah, the purple dildo. I see that. I see you. Oh god. But yeah, of course. Again, I'm off the cuff. I don't remember exactly what all the specs for build engine were, but yeah, build engine was specifically unique because it was made by one guy, rather than the team over at id Software. John Carmack, Jesus Christ, he's still active and still codes as well as he did. Holy fuck. But yeah, no, it's it was competitive at the time, and it did introduce a couple of new interesting things within the programming space, specifically for the engines, if you will. And yeah, the fact that it was also paired with Duke Nukem, which also became quite well known and fun game to play, tremendously so. at the time for multitude of reasons. That kind of skyrocketed the build engine as a decent competitor for id Tech, as far as I remember. But yeah, no. Of course, quickly enough, Quake engine came out, and Quake and all that stuff. If I remember correctly, the history of it, of course. Don't take my word fully for it. So there's that. But yeah.
If people were murdered in arguments over which engine was better back in those days.
Oh god, the Unreal engine, of course. I mean, holy fuck, yeah. These days, no one really particularly cares too much.
No one cares about what engine it's built in. But okay, are there is it even possible for someone to just sit in a room like a mad scientist for a year and build an engine? Or are these things so complex these days that it's you need to have a company full of resources?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah. No, there are still people who make their own engines, or at least attempt to make their own engines, and they're fine. Oftentimes, they're just experimental, sort of projects for universities or what else. I still remember when somebody made a sort of not really a game, or a game basically simulating what would happen if you moved faster than light. Basically what you had was a normal 3D space, a room where you just go and collect some sort of objective, basically just some sort of a sphere, and that's it. Literally a simple room with maybe a few obstacles or boxes here and there. That's about it. That's all there is. And you just go from one pick-upable ball to another, and you just increase the score. And the score increases, your speed technically increases as well. And as your speed increases, you see colors distorted, and that's overall that project was really interesting. If somebody can find it, feel free to play it. It's for free. It's an interesting simulation. So yeah, there are some interesting examples. I remember there was again somebody who tried making something really unique and ended up attracting Valve. One of those sort of mod things was about Portal, right? The early versions of Portal. Super Laminal is another game that basically came of the result of just a couple of people
perspective
just experiment.
One, right?
Yeah, exactly. The perspective game. That one, also came out of just simply having a unique sort of approach to coding, that engine, and specifically a specific feature or mechanic. So yeah, and my ship is gonna probably explode at some point, but there you go. But yeah, it's overall it's. Still, this day, yeah, you can make your own engines, but ultimately to make a game, with more than just a couple of mechanics that are interesting, you're gonna have to use a pre-existing engine, and that's not a bad thing. Absolutely not a bad thing.
Oh, by the way, belated Happy New Year's to the time zone that is past Latvia.
Yeah, right. That would be. I think Poland. Poland was 1 hour, lower than us.
That's very northern hemisphere of you.
I think so. Who cares about the other side of the globe? Who cares? Australians.
There would be dragons down there.
Africa. Madagascar.
You get to that certain part of the map, and there's just the Kraken or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. Two hookers.
It's we all know that if you go far enough in the ocean, you encounter an invisible wall that you can just not move
past.
Yeah,
exactly. They're just developers haven't properly modeled that area, so don't mind that.
It's coming
just
soon
have
for
to live
a paid
within
expansion.
confines. I know. But yeah, let's see. Basically anything GMT +1. Yeah, exactly.
GMT +1.
Or rather, with the summertime, it's GMT +2. Yes, summertime. Technically, in Latvia, it's GMT +3 in the winter. So yeah.
Wait, what?
But we reach.
Your time zone changes depending on the season?
Well, it adds an hour or subtracts it. Well, rather no.
Oh,
not subtracts it.
yeah, we do that too. Daylight
Summertime.
savings or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, daylight savings, exactly. That's
I think
how
it's,
it
it's a
works.
conspiracy with the farmers. Farmers changing time to accommodate their crops.
Farmers now? What nonsense are you talking
The
about?
farmers are changing our time, the daylight savings time, for the advantage of their crops, and it must be stopped. We must return to normal time. Say no to farmers. Except, well, unless you're buying stuff from them.
I like potatoes, so no.
He's drank the Kool-Aid, folks. He's drank the potato Kool-Aid.
No!
Yamix is on the side of the potato farmers. I stand for real time, space time.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh!
One time, one world, baby.
Oh god! Yeah, globalism. Let's go, baby.
What time is it
boy,
on the
boy.
moon? Can you tell me that? Well, there's like relativity stuff. Like really, like when you think about it, it's just like, what time is it? How do you do that in a galactic game? You just pick a time. Fuck it, right? I would love to see a game try to include relativistic time into a galactic simulation. That would be a challenge.
Yeah, if you're going with that sort of approach, Jesus, yeah, relativity is just holy fuck, man.
But can you imagine a game like Eve or like Elite, where it's like, yeah, depending on how fast you go, determine it's like what speed the other players are appearing to you. I don't know how you would go about doing this. Like, I don't know the first thing about programming, but what a cool, interesting concept.
You've pretty much adjusted. You know, when you come at the nav beacon, you just adjust the time according to the nav beacon. There you go.
But it's like if you had 3 players and they're all going different speeds, like one's going the speed of light, one's going half the speed of light, the other one's going 2 times the speed of light. Like, does that just influence the speed of each player? Like, one person, the slowest person slows down? Like, I don't know, it'd be interesting.
No, it affects their perception of time.
Right.
The thing is, the one that is going the fastest, you see, would perceive time as almost still
Yes.
for the whole duration of the period, while the other ones would experience the time at the normal pace, or well, semi-normal pace. And yet once more I explode in the relative smoke of relativity. Yay!
We just
yeah,
got
no,
Einsteinian on this.
Yeah, let's just get brainy right here, hey. Let's. The funny thing is about relativity, it's such an interesting concept overall. Well, not the concept, but the reality.
It's
really.
real! And that's the fucked up part.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah. And dealing with it is basically like, don't think about it. Don't think about it. But yeah, ultimately, even astronauts, right, in our orbit, experience relative time dilation. Sure, it's a difference of a literal, what was it? A minute, I think it was, for astronauts. But yeah,
They're like a minute older when they come back or something.
Yeah, it's that close.
But like, so
And
like if
it's
an
already
astronaut,
such a big amount of time.
if someone was out there being an astronaut right now, trying to figure out what the hell time New Year's was, and let's say it's, oh no, New Year's is coming in like 10 minutes, and we're not ready for it. Let's just go faster, and it'll happen later.
Well, to you, it doesn't change what to everyone else it does.
Well, that's the
thing.
it depends on their definition of where the observer being New Year's Eve is actually happening,
That is true.
right?
That is true. Yeah. If you go faster, then time
Yeah.
stops almost.
They're trying to synchronize
to
New
us
Year's with
because
like
of
their home base on the mission control, right? It's like, okay, if we could just go faster, we could sync up New Year's and have the prep time that we need. That's a crazy concept.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Really dangerous. Brings out the nerdiness in all of us. Oh God.
Gets me thinking about bosons
But that's a good
every
thing.
time I get in that FDL. I just want to shoot some bosons.
Yeah. No. Generally speaking, it's a lot more interesting conversation than talking about what to drink or what drugs to take, or I don't know, gossip about whether I don't know.
What would happen if you tried to smoke a boson at the speed of light? We could do both. We can be very intelligent and also very stupid. At the same time.
Now you're just being obtusely stupid on purpose. It's just taking two incompatible concepts and just trying to mash them together to, I don't know, sound scientific there, buddy.
But now,
and I
I
know
think, like-
one specific cartoon that does that.
Are
Rick
you-
and Morty.
Oh. Okay, but I do love Dan Harmon and Justin Roiland from the channel.
Oh, Dan Harmon's an interesting one, yeah. Though I'm more up for Spencer Crittenden. Yeah.
Oh, Spencer. Oh, from that D&D game or whatever.
Yes.
He's the
yes.
Dungeon Master. Yeah, he's good.
Spencer's awesome.
I like that. I want them to make Harmon Quest or whatever it was called. I'm like, they should.
Yeah,
make more
I
of that.
watched it through and I loved it.
I love the idea of animating roleplay sessions or whatever.
No, they're not the only ones who do that. I mean,
Critical
YouTube is
Role
filled
or
with
something?
little things. Critical Role is a good one, yeah. But they're not the only ones. But of course, oh right. Speaking of animation, Critical Roles. What was the quest? Their animated series was released. The first season was released. Damn it! Somebody probably in the chats knows what the name was. It the journey.
Somebody help.
Something. So I don't fucking remember, man. But yeah. Anyways, they have their own animated literal season of their characters from their Critical Role adventures going on. It's fine, but honestly, I kind of like Dan Harmon's take better on
I like it where it's like we're gonna bring in like an actor / comedian who's like probably doesn't know anything about role playing and won't take it seriously.
Those are some of the worst ones. When they know what they are doing, it's great. But when they don't, it's just like deer in the headlights, just literally just standing there being afraid of literally anything.
But that's sometimes that's refreshing to see. Sometimes it's like that.
Sometimes, yeah. Some of
living
them are
through other
good.
people's pain or whatever, right?
Some of them are really good.
Yeah.
Others, there are plenty of episodes when the characters just does not. No.
But I love that concept, right? I mean, it's like that.
It's fun. Yeah,
Nature,
I would
take
like
it-
to see more.
Yeah, give me an improvised story, and then like someone spend the time to meticulously animate the stupidness of it, and it's like the more laughing and character breaks, the better. Like.
No, absolutely, yeah. So yeah, if you haven't gone and seen it, Harmon Quest is the 3-season TV show, animated partially. That is absolutely worth taking a look at, and there are some really good moments, and recommend taking a look at it. So yeah, there you go.
Are you still at the signal beacon, by the way, the nav beacon?
Well, I was killed, so now I'm coming back.
Oh yeah. I just made a lot of money from completing some missions. Planetary scans. Good old planetary scan missions. Just go there, land on the planet, scan the thing, we'll pay you money. What is the big money-making grind, though? Because you are always the guy who knows what's the way to be most efficient with your time.
Well,
What's
I
the
haven't tested the Targoid missions specifically right now, but yeah, I'll do that.
Have you looked at the exobiology?
Yeah, the thing is, whoever claimed it's 100 million an hour is, yeah. I'd like to see the fucking testing methodology for that amount.
So I
would love
I
to.
got in before they had kind of nerfed the rank grind, and I went from like level 3 exobiologist to elite in one session, and made like, and it was like 4.5 hours, and I made like $500 million. So like, but then they did change it slightly. I think it really depends on like. There are some plants that are worth a lot and some that aren't, and some that are worth a lot are super rare and it's not worth stumbling around for 25 minutes trying to find them. I think though you can make like shit tons of money during doing exobiology, and it's like it's mind-numbing work. You don't really there's no threat. It's
Yeah, I
just-
don't know about that. I will test it. I will definitely test whether or not it actually is as profitable as someone pulling out of their ass is claiming. But yeah, I will definitely test and show my fucking work and testing methodology
The true
so
scientist.
that it can be it can be replicated and not be just pulling numbers out of your ass.
Is Robigo
kind of
still the
thing.
big one though?
Robigo is stable.
That's-
Robigo
that's
has
like your-
always been stable.
that's your
it
control
seems.
number.
Yeah, basically it's 60 minimum and 120 easily at best. Sort of a instance. You have to be somewhat lucky on it, but no, yeah, absolutely. Robigo is still a solid moneymaker, just like what was it? Yeah, the plant.
Diarrhea?
The road to riches. Road to riches.
The diarrhea.
Road to
run?
riches doesn't earn you a lot, but road to riches is the best way to make money from the very beginning. Just getting a couple of million in will give you any ship you want. Hell, even if you want to go for Anaconda, literally 7 hours. 7 hours, and you got an Anaconda if you keep up the pace with Road to Riches. So yeah. So there you go. As for after that, yeah, Robigo would be the one that is a stable one right now. The Targoid passenger rescue, from burning stations or what else. That one's probably a really good one. Need to
That one's decent. It is a lot of back and forth, but it's a little more exciting. than
Yeah,
normal
need to test it, but
passengers.
it's very quick and simple.
It depends on if you get
The
hyper-addicted.
price is also nice.
If you get hyperdicted and,
that-
and interdicted a lot,
Yeah,
by the Thargoids,
yeah,
it
it's
can be
very
annoying.
random.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. But it's
But I'll tell you,
they added
exobiology,
at least something.
exobiology now pays, I think, more than exploration. Like you can do it in short bursts and make like quite. A lot.
I want to test the numbers on that one. I genuinely want to test because the last time I checked how much you get from one scan, one finished scan of 3 plants, right? It didn't seem like something that would be worth your time. But we'll see.
Yeah, I think the first time I had discovery bonuses that really knocked it up, but then they also tweaked it after. Like they kind of, I guess the rank requirements changed. So I hit elite in like one night, which is insane. It was just like the Golconda with my trade rank.
Yeah.
But then now it's like my elite bar is at 0, and like no matter how much exobiology I do, like they didn't retract the rank, so they didn't like drop me back down. But they, like, changed the requirements, so to, like, progress to Elite 2, it'll take a lot more work. And honestly, exobiology is not, like, fun and rewarding gameplay.
Oh, it's a horrible gameplay. I'm rather
It's like chores.
It's a non-gameplay. Remember, they removed the gameplay from it
Oh, that's true.
and
The
left
puzzle.
it with non-gameplay.
All they need, okay, this is all they need to do to satisfy me. I'm very easily satisfied. Just give me an engineer that can put a mod on the damn scanner so that I can hold up to 3 biosignatures at the same time.
Oh.
So I can scan multiple plants, and I'll be fine with it.
But developers want you to spend your leftover time on this world grinding.
I'm gonna spend my time coming down to Cambridge and sitting outside the Frontier Studio in a bush with a sign saying, "Please stop the grind." If I had that much time to,
Yeah, there you go.
But honestly, though,
Oh,
it's like,
God.
it's like you spend 4 hours doing something, and at least now it pays decent. But the whole time I was just like thinking, like I would just rather, like I put on Star Trek. I have to watch something in a side panel when I'm doing exploration in
Which
Elite.
Star Trek?
The Next Generation, of course.
Oh, okay,
Classic.
fair.
That is hands down. If you're playing Elite, Next Generation is the greatest sidecar for exploration. If you want to do combat, maybe Deep Space Nine. And trading, I would go original series. That's where I would go old school.
I don't know. For me, that'd be Stargate, but oh well, that's just me.
SG1 or
Oh,
Atlantis?
SG1 and Atlantis, though SG1's the better one.
SG1 has like it peaks higher. Atlantis, I think, was like super creative and fun, but it's also kind of like outlandish.
Yeah, it was cut short, extremely cut short.
Yeah.
The last season was just rushed. It felt.
Not like Universe. Stargate Universe was
Oh
like
God, kill me.
it was like, okay, Battlestar is no longer on, and Stargate Universe is like filling that void, and I'm like, I'm so into this, and then they fucked me.
I hated it from basically the get-go. Literally,
like it?
the first episode. Yeah, no, I absolutely hated it. I absolutely hated it. The thing is, before this, Stargate was all about just, you know, sort of a not exactly a week of a romp or, you know, a villain of the week, sort of a adventure, whatever. But it basically was an adventure show, right? It was just, let's go to adventure and, you know, maybe, you know, talk about interesting some potential sci-fi concepts, or hell, just simply have fun. Unlike Star Trek, Stargate was just more about just having fun, more than just messages, but sometimes also that.
Sure.
Now, Universe replaced all of that with drama. Nothing but disgusting fucking human drama. Just. Ugh.
Sure, it was less about the concepts, more about the characters, kind of.
Yeah, no. Hey, we have this amazing ship, and we're traveling with this new fucking technology. What are we gonna do? Oh, we're just gonna, solve some inner conflicts or inter-political character.
Yeah,
I don't know, problems
as we fight this deadly
panties or
swarm of
something.
nanobots, we learn about how to reconnect with our sons and daughters.
Oh yeah, right. Oh, fucking kill me, man. So yeah.
All right, we got
This
what is
was-
it? 35 minutes to Galactic Midnight.
All right. So we're coming up, rather
We're getting
close.
close.
So yeah.
It's happening.
Any other interesting TV shows you watched in the late?
I
as
watched
of late?
that Wednesday Addams show.
I didn't see it. Apparently, it's some woke shit and 2020 stuff. Whatever my friend
I think-
told me, literally like that. But apparently watchable. But,
Everything's got
it's
some of
alright.
that now. I think my friend summed it up really well, where it was like, imagine Harry Potter, and then you just throw Wednesday Addams into that, and the Harry Potter shit is kind of derivative, but like the girl who plays Wednesday is very good, and it was like, I think like I look at anything that's like a reboot or like something that takes, from something that like Addams Family itself was a damn reboot, right? So it's kind of like a reboot of a reboot, and you just roll your eyes and go, whatever. And it pleasantly surprised me. It had some moments that I thought
Right,
were cool.
no, fair enough. No, absolutely fair enough. Because I was looking at some posts here and there, and apparently, yeah, all right, seems something, all right to watch. So we'll see about that, of course.
It made me rewatch the Addams Family movies, and I was like, "Holy shit, these didn't age well."
I would imagine so. I genuinely remember watching old Addams Family TV show, the black and white one,
Yeah, the original. Yeah.
like that one,
Yeah.
and I liked it quite well enough.
I mean, the concept is there. In the movies, the only thing that aged well was Christina Ricci as Wednesday. So it's like that Wednesday, Wednesday
of
character
course.
is the most interesting one. So it's like, okay, the show
Not
worked.
necessarily.
It was very
Not
Riverdale.
necessarily.
Well, what would you say? Like Fester? Yeah, Christopher Lloyd Boy?
No. What was the wife's name?
Morticia?
Yeah, there you go. She was always, very sexy and all that stuff.
yeah.
So she was always nice and all.
I
but,
loved it in the movies where, like, whenever she was lit, there was always like a band of light across her eyes and everything else dark. Like that was really a clever thing that you don't see a lot of that in movies, where like a character has like a lighting trick, right?
yeah.
It's
I
like,
forgot about
yeah,
that.
no matter where
Damn.
she was, she always had that one band of light, and I was like, oh, that's really clever. Like you don't see that in a lot of movies.
All right, absolutely.
I might have
There
got
was
the
also the recent Rob Zombie Monsters movie. Oh god,
Monsters?
the
Oh!
low budget, the
Oh.
low budget looking thing. I haven't watched it
yeah.
yet. Kind of want to because.
And isn't that like Rob Zombie or something, or who directed that?
Yeah, I said it was directed by Rob Zombie.
I saw the trailer for that and I was like, oh no, what are they doing?
That's why I want to see it.
Like, yeah, that's exactly the reason where I was like apprehensive about Wednesday, and then Wednesday turned out to be fine. But that trailer
Alright.
was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's yeah. Oh boy, poor Rob. I don't know what really went behind the doors, but clearly this that movie specifically was the case of hey, the studio has this IP.
Yeah.
The IP needs to be refreshed, otherwise it goes into the public. So we need to make at least something for it,
Yep.
so that it, displays as active. Hey, Rob Zombie, here you go.
Well, that was the whole
Make whatever.
Roger Corman did a Fantastic Four movie in the 90s, and it was literally they didn't even release it because they just had to make it for the rights. And that's every time I see those reboots, I'm like, that's my first thought is like they're trying to just maintain ownership, right?
Yeah, and that's disgusting. The fucking copyright law, man.
Well, I'm just like,
hate it.
I'm not against reboots and remakes as long as take something that wasn't done that well but had a really interesting concept and make it again but better, as opposed to like let's make a remake of Blade Runner, or let's take something that was really good, really renowned, and just do it again. It's like there's tons of great concepts out there that just didn't get executed right. It's like if they would just kind of start doing that, I think I'd be less backs to the wall against this reboot culture.
Well,
right?
I mean, we are experiencing quite a lot of fatigue from the cinema right now because of, the Marvel saturation, just an endless barrage of just superhero nonsense. I mean, I liked it well enough, when it just started, and there was some really interesting stuff, but these days it just becomes garbage upon garbage, and not very well executed garbage. Genuinely crap. Most notably, something that did actually happen or was filmed very slightly here in Latvia.
Oh, yeah.
The Pigeon Man and One Arm Man.
What?
That is the Winter Soldier and not Hawks.
The Falcon.
The Winter Soldier.
Captain Falcon in the winter.
Yeah, Winter Soldier. There we go. The One Arm Man and the Pigeon Man. So
Man
yeah.
and the Pigeon.
I mean, choose something.
I think I was watching it, and then it was like Latvia, and I'm like, oh, Yamix!
I actually I was in public transport as I was going over one of the bridges next to the bridge on which they were filming. Remember that one was closed, so yeah, they were filming something there, but they literally filmed establishing shots here and there, and that's about it. The stars themselves actually resided in the Prague, where they filmed majority of the interior scenes.
Okay.
And just placed Latvian signs
Right.
wherever. Literally, it's so disgusting. Like,
Yeah.
they filmed in one of the very famous indoor marketplaces, like the very famous one, like
Right.
very well known one, and then just plastered Latvian signs on it. And I'm thinking, what
Right.
the fuck are you doing? Do you know how cheap it would be to film here in Latvia? Like, how cheap?
Well, it's funny.
No,
because like with film too, they get like tax credits and stuff like that. where
Oh,
it's like,
sure.
and it seems like it's more expensive to film there, but then that government is like fully refunding them for the whole production,
Subsidizing
just
it. Yeah,
to,
no,
like, employ people.
absolutely. Yeah.
There's all sorts of
Yeah,
weird
that's what
stuff
happens
that happens
with
there.
that's what happens with Iceland.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, absolutely. That's what happened with the Hobbits and the Hobbit law,
Yeah,
and
yeah, New Zealand.
all that stuff that happened there. New Zealand and Iceland. Sorry, fuck.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Iceland, because I went to Iceland a couple times, and I was doing research on it, and came across something that was a myth, and I'll say right off the bat, this is not true. But apparently at one point, Iceland's population, as you know, is about 300,000 people, right, which is not a lot, and so there's a lot of concern about inbreeding, right? So there was like, because it's like, they actually, in Iceland, they have an app that you can, like, if you're going on a date with someone, it's a first date, you both do the app to make sure that you're not genetically related, because the population's so small. And so there was this rumor that there was a sign-on bonus where if you married an Icelandic woman, the government would pay you $5,000. It's just like, so I can just see all the ads now where it's just like hot single Icelandic moms in your area will pay $5,000 for marriage and procreation.
To share your seed. We need your genetical makeup, please. We can't import it. Or rather, we don't want to. Imagine being a dwindling xenophobe nation. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. But no, not necessarily. I'm not implying that. No. This is just jokes. It's a good place and all that stuff. It's a cool place.
Oh yeah. I definitely recommend going to Iceland. It is the closest experience I've had to, like, in real Earth terms, to feeling like you're on another planet. Like, the scenery is just so out there. It's cool.
Yeah, no, absolutely. No wonder a lot of metal bands go there to take, band pictures and stuff like that, because it genuinely is super scenic and desolate almost.
So interestingly, Iceland had like a kind of punk movement in the 70s. There's actually like a little Icelandic punk museum that's inside of an old converted public bathroom. Like, literally, you just paid $10 or whatever to get in, and it's like all this history of Icelandic punk music is like basically copied and pasted up onto like stall walls. It's like literally that's the size of the museum. But yeah, there's some like pretty cool metal and punk music coming out of Iceland. It's an interesting country.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Cold as balls though.
there you go. Yeah, well, that's Arctic Circle almost. Well, I mean, they do breach into Arctic, so. Actually, did you watch the TV show by the name of Vikings?
No, I didn't watch that one. I heard really good things about it.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's not great, but it's pretty decent. There are some really cool characters. Flocky for the win, but whatever.
I watched one called Norsemen. Have you seen that one?
That movie was just fantastic.
I know. It's like a show. It's like a dry comedy show.
Okay. Well,
No?
there
Is
was
there
a
a movie
movie. I think last year or year before that. Northman.
Northman.
Yeah, also by that sort of a name, but yeah, no, absolutely. Right. I didn't watch that. Yeah, what you were mentioning, didn't watch that.
Yeah, it's like you see a lot of Viking movies, and they're always like, it's like dramatic and they gotta kill shit and whatever. And it's like, this is a Viking comedy, and I'm like, it's interesting and unique, and it was a fun watch.
Oh. All right, sweet. Happy New Year's from Germany. Well, Happy New Year's to you as well, my friend. Yes.
Die Happy New Year.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that. Why not? But yeah. Actually, speaking of TV shows there, and speaking of New Zealand specifically, also as we mentioned, did you watch What We Do in the Shadows?
Oh my god, it kills me. No, I haven't yet. I have not. And it's like, I love the movie. I love, what's his name?
I love the movie as well.
What's his name with the Matt Berry with his voice? He's fucking hilarious, and he's in that show. And I've seen clips of him, and I'm like, I need to watch this show.
It's not as good.
No,
it's really not as good. But there are elements that almost make it good. It's there are some cringe things, but
I mean, it's a mockumentary style, so you gotta imagine like a lot of it's probably
it's not
improv.
even as a
It's not
movie.
always gonna...
But the No, yeah, absolutely. No, it's definitely something to watch. It's something unique, if you will, in some ways. Something different. So, yeah, no, I would say it's worth a watch, even if it's, not the quality of the movie,
I mean,
or
look,
even,
you
particularly
can watch
too
it,
close.
and you can go scan some fucking plants and make some money. Okay? You can do both.
Well, I mean, why mixed pleasure and pain? I say.
If that's what you're
But-
into, then sure. Yeah, okay. Fair,
Each to its own, yeah.
Fair
each
point,
to its
though.
own.
fair point, though.
each
You
its
don't
own.
want to taint, one taints the other, right? Like the mashed potatoes creep into the peas. They shut
Well,
up.
hey, that's good stuff too, But yeah. Let's see. Happy New Year's from the States. Hey, don't lie. It's not New Year's for you yet. Yeah.
I mean, it's
So,
New Year's
yeah.
Eve, technically. Right?
But
It's not New
yeah,
Year's
but-
until tomorrow. So,
Happy New Year. Well, regardless. Justin, to you as well, of course, and everyone else in the chat too. Go Sock. Hey, Happy New Year's to you as well. I was wondering whether or not you'd appear sometime, but there you go. Nice to see you, of course, as well. So happy indeed.
Dante, Chilek, and Joe, and Eddie, and SP4H, YOLO, and Happy New Year to you too.
We got about 18 minutes till the in-game Happy New Year's and all that stuff. If you want to come and join and celebrate with us, feel free to come to Lave. That is Lave's Systems Nav Beacon. So yeah, Lave System, Lave, yes, and yeah. I'm just sitting about, exploded already a couple of times by just people being very generous
You're
with the
in an
bumping.
unshielded Diamondback Explorer.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's
hey,
that's basically
people are.
that's like say blow me up without saying blow me up, right?
Well, I would appreciate blow, but maybe not up, but just blow.
Just blow.
Both in the in the cocaine manner or way, as well as a blowjob too. Yeah,
Yeah.
both will do. At the same time too. Yeah, why not?
Are you saying
Let's
you
ring in
want,
the new
you
year.
want to do some drugs off of while giving a blowjob?
Yeah, both. Sure, why not? Inject cocaine between my eyelids or something.
Just inject it to
something.
my brain.
Right, somewhere. Hey, blow is blow. Right, to him, so I'm still up. Hey, you got to celebrate the in-game New Year's after all. So why not? It's the New Year's. You got to start working early, shall we say? So, kinda am working, kinda just bullshitting about. So, there.
Oh shoot! Whoops. I'm sorry. So sorry. Early deployment. I may have just turned a bunch of people red in the instance.
Okay. Let's see. Hey.
Please don't. I'm trying to tell these people don't rat me out to authority. They may have
Fair,
they may have
right.
noticed my premature firework display.
Premature ejaculation there, yeah. Well, we all might have some problems like that, right? At some point in our lives. Let's see. Right. Actually, interesting note. Sci-fi shows 2023. Right. Let's see. What are the? Oh, right. Did you watch the Mandalorian?
Andor.
Mandalorian.
I mean, look, I
Mandalorian.
love Mandalorian. I thought it was great. I love like the Western aspect of Star Wars, but Andor was amazing. I'm surprised we haven't talked about that. Have you seen Andor?
Andor, yeah, I'm not. I'm constantly hearing better and better stuff about it, and
It's good.
when I watched the fucking trailer for it, it was just like, who cares
Dude,
about this crap?
That's exactly why I think it just just knocked it out of the park because it was like a story that I'm like, I don't care about Andor, I don't care about prequels. I'm like, I'm just like, other than Mandalorian, I haven't really enjoyed a lot of this new Star Wars a lot. So I'm just starting to stop care about Star Wars. And then Andor comes out, and it's like, oh, this is good. And it's like, you know, it's like
Okay.
good. I don't want to spoil anything, but I'm just saying, like,
But no, yeah, I heard plenty of you know, pretty decent reviews, or even just
Yeah.
simple, hey ho, it's all right messages. So
was just like-
I'm constantly thinking maybe.
like, I think with the Mandalorian, I think when that one came out at the time, I was still just like it was good. Oh, hold on, I'm being shot by a lot of things. Okay.
You're gonna go to jail. You'll still have plenty of time to return.
I could like they just yeah. Okay, I gotta jump on the Super Cruise and come back. Why did they all start shooting me at once?
You got the bounty on you, I think, or.
I know, but it was all fine. It was all hunky dory, and then all of a sudden, just like out of nowhere, I started getting attacked by everyone.
Happens to the best of us,
Like,
I guess.
Mandalorian came along at a time where I think like Star Wars was in a dire states. Like I think the last the Last Jedi that had just come out between that and the really bad one that I don't even remember the name of.
Right.
It was,
So the last. Wait, no, last Skywalker or whatever. The last Star Wars movie, right? That came out. Then Mandalorian came after that.
Okay.
I think.
So it was in
after
really bad
that,
state.
or rather, no. Mandalorian came before it. Then the second season for it came out after it. Then Boba Fett came out, and that was a piece of shit.
Yeah, I was like, I had high hopes for that one because Mandalorian was really good, and then you got Robert Rodriguez in the mix, and then I don't know if like what went wrong on that one, but it just like was not there.
Yeah.
The greatest problem was that Boba Fett was just a lame ass.
Oh, it was just so
I'm like,
cringe.
just fucking kill people, Boba Fett. Like, come on. But
Not only that, it's just the choreography of placement and
There's too much
action. Just what the. Not
like-
only that, but it was just the lamest shit.
I like the whole like dude living with the sand people and like learning their ways bit, but then that.
Oh yeah, no problem. Pretty interesting.
But then how does that connect to like there's this like biker gang with like techno punk and
Oh,
then there's like
God.
and then I liked like there were elements I liked. I liked Timothy Olyphant's character, like the kind of like sheriff in the middle of a desert town kind of stuff. But
And then he gets killed.
yeah, but then,
That's
like
it.
none of it goes anywhere and it doesn't connect well and it was like what was the whole point of this damn show? Versus like Mandalorian was like, okay, cool, like we had Star Wars, it got really painful and shitty, and now you've shown us that it doesn't have to be crap. You can actually make good Star Wars if you try or whatever, right? It's like great, and then all of a sudden, like Andor comes out and it's like, okay, it's not a one-off, right? That's what I think Andor really solidifies for me is that like they can make good Star Wars consistently. There's no excuse not to.
I'm not sure about that one, but we'll see. We'll
They
see.
can.
Throughout one show, maybe. Yeah, Mandalorian is a good proof of that. And if you say Andor, okay, fine.
Like-
but one after another,
Even
again.
Mandalorian got a little like nostalgia heavy,
Oh,
and like, ooh,
sure.
check out this character who because they were in
Oh,
another
God,
thing
yeah,
that is in the
yeah,
franchise,
yeah.
right? And it's like,
Yeah.
okay, like Mandalorian, if you extracted that sort of stuff, still had a good core to it, right? Whereas Andor, I feel like, okay, like Mon Mothma is in it, and I'm like, oh, who cares, right? Like you can have Mon Mothma in it. No one is precious about Mon Mothma. But it like there's like even Obi-Wan was a decent show, except
Oh God, no! It was horrible. I forgot about it.
there were moments where I'm like, cool, right? Oh shit, I'm being shot again. Okay.
You need to clear your crimes, man. You need to
no.
clear.
I like my crimes just the way they are. It's the system
Okay,
security.
that's
which
your
needs to,
problem in
like-
that case. I forgot about Obi-Wan. Jesus Christ, the trench coat kid. The kid overall. Fuck me. The kid.
What kid?
Forest chase. Jesus Christ, no.
Wait, what kid in Obi-Wan? Like, you're talking about like the Stakes kid?
Leia.
Like Leia,
Leia
yeah,
in Obi-Wan.
Yeah. Yeah, Leia to me was like
she be.
well, it's so stupid because like you have Luke and Leia as kids. You know they're not going to die. Why? Because they're in fucking Star Wars. So why are these like your Stakes characters? Like, oh no, what if Baby Luke gets hit on the head and you know like he's not able to blow up the Death Star in that next movie, which already happened. Right? Like they could have just picked new characters. And that...
No, not even that. It's, I mean, yeah, sure, that was a big problem too. But the glaring problem for me was just the way they dressed up the story, the action scenes and moments. And just again, the first one was that fucking chase scene in the forest. Fuck me.
Like I loved I loved the whole like Obi-Wan versus Darth Vader battles. I thought those were really cool.
No, that was interesting. That got interesting to some degree, but even then it's like Vader is trying to, I don't know. There were cut scenes, obviously, but
really?
But even then, when the ship when he grabbed the ship and tore it apart, right,
That was
as they
cool.
were leaving, and then another one just lifts off and he does nothing.
Yeah, and he's like
what the
oh well, I guess I tried.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, okay, I can be okay with that in terms of like movies got to do a little bit of that like shit where it's like okay, like there was a clear logical answer that could have ended the movie right there, but fine, I'll give it to you. I don't know. But I think like it's just like Andor. I highly recommend it because it doesn't fall into those bullshit
I will
traps.
definitely take a look.
It's
then.
just
Definitely
it's
will.
fun, so I recommend it. If I had to recommend one TV show from this year, it'd be that one.
All right. Fair enough. Speaking of this year and TV shows, oh boy, we still have some nerd stuff to nerd about. Witcher. Did you watch it?
I did not.
Okay.
And I've heard good
well,
things. There's no particular reason why I haven't. But what are your thoughts on it?
it's all right. So the first season of Witcher definitely decent one and fun romp, absolutely. Some really good stuff in it. The second one worse, but okay, fine. And of course, Henry Cavill's exit from the project, unfortunately, because he was called to do the Superman stuff, and then they axed.
Yeah, I feel, and he's like a gamer dude too, who like really cared about The Witcher, so that hurts.
Yeah, what were the fucking producers doing? Like,
yo, can we get Henry Cavill in Elite?
No, don't associate him with this mediocre crap. Like, Elite doesn't have a story. It just doesn't.
Can you imagine though? It's like, yo, I'm gonna win with
okay,
Superman.
Elite has a lore. Elite has lore, but Elite doesn't have a story. Like, genuinely interesting story that would work. Because right now, the most of the story that we have is there were some aliens once. We encountered those alien remains. Then we encountered the aliens themselves at one point. Then we encountered another alien, old civilization remains. And now the story is that those aliens are coming after our space. That's the summary.
I love it, but I challenge you on this because you got the Salome plot line, which fair enough. We all know where that came from.
That used to be narrative, kind of.
Yeah.
But it went nowhere.
But like,
sadly, and
the idea that like humanity was trying to create a second bubble. You've got like the whole INRA bases. You've got the Dark Wheel.
That's lore.
That's
lore. Don't confuse lore with story.
That's true. Yeah, like I mean, like going up to a generation ship and reading logs is not really story. That's fair.
Yeah, that's lore. That's just the lazy dribbling of lore. If it would lead to somewhere, all right. If there would be a quest.
And honestly, I don't understand why they don't do that. That would be so cool if they started putting like, hey, like you found this secret base. Here's now a mission to like get this information into the right hands before like you get hunted down. Like how cool would that be? And that brings me back to my favorite part of playing Elite is just talking about how much better it could be if it did X, Y, or Z.
it's just sad. It's just sad, man. Ultimately, it's just sad. The thing about the quests as well, I also don't understand their just, I don't know, unwillingness to even consider it. It seems the quests as a simple game mechanic, if you will. The last time I talked with developers, face to face in LaveCon 2018, right? I think it was 2018, right? Holy fuck, was it? Yeah, it was 2018.
No,
Fuck.
you went to
4
LaveCon
years.
2019. I was there.
Oh, right. All right.
My favorite part of LaveCon, though, was watching you talk to Zach Antonacci, and you had like a notepad of questions.
Well, I try to bring up some stuff with me, and then
it was like
phone and so on,
professional
but-
reporter shit. I was like, damn, like Yammer's
Well-
prepared. He's got a fucking notepad. He's got all the questions down. He's writing down the answers. Like this is like watching professionals work, right? And
Not
Zach
necessarily.
dodging every
I'm
question.
doing my best. I'm doing my best to at least get some stuff going, and then at least get some answers and questions and so on and so forth. Far more than
It was good detective work, is what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah,
I like your
so-
detective work.
But the thing is, whenever I bring up quests, and at that LaveCon, whenever I had an Warden Edgewise about the quests and the topic of quests, it felt like whoever I asked that question always seemed to think that that's some kind of a bad game mechanic that you should avoid, or there's an internal company policy within the game designer circles that quests are for losers and quests are like the lamest shit and way to do game, narratives or stories or whatever they want to do. It feels like genuinely that's how it felt to me. However, obviously, it might just be simply that they're lazy. Ultimately, those are just either the malice or stupidity. Or laziness. That they are not including quests for Elite Dangerous. I would say more of a laziness, really, but you never know.
I mean,
Right, we got about 2 minutes, by the way.
Oh, no way. No, it's like 23, 54, 55. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Okay, I just need to stay
yeah.
alive for 3 minutes. Okay, I can try to do that. Oh, God. He's shooting missiles.
I told you, just go redeem your fucking sins somewhere.
No, but that's...
Confess
That
thy
is capitulating
sins,
to the
sinner.
crime and punishment system. No, never.
Oh, no.
I will wear my bounties and fines with pride, sir.
Well, you're gonna
Pride.
explode at some point, so
Hopefully not before the New Year's. I got fireworks to share here.
Well, if you redeem your... Again, you have plenty of time to do so right now.
No,
But, alright. Fine.
time is
fine,
not the
that's up to
issue.
you.
I'm stubborn as hell.
Alright, Spatula, alright.
I can just cold orbit, and he'll never be able to hurt me.
Sure, yeah, that's...
I would pull
Alright,
out
well,
I would pull out my ship-launched fighter, but then it would destroy the game for everyone. Because apparently, if you have more than like 5 people in an instance,
when you
need
whip
to
out
put-
your small boy,
yes,
yeah, that might happen.
people don't like that. They say reality becomes very shaky. Morals are in doubt.
Alright then. Alright, so anyone who wants to join still, you have the time. Come to Lave system, nav beacon. So Lave system, nav beacon, we're, here just sort of floating about, so feel free to. If not, feel free to watch. Continue watching, I guess. And we'll celebrate the New Year's, and that'll be pretty much the end of, that'll be the end of the first and the last stream, so last of the last year and first of this year's stream. And content-wise, the plan for me is to take 2 weeks break, prepare stuff for upcoming content, and sort out some real life stuff that I still need to do, like wash the floors. That sort of stuff. I'm lazy, all right. But yeah, that sort of stuff, if you will. And I'll try and produce as much interesting content, including Elite Dangerous. So no longer just quote-unquote review stuff as well. Clearly, YouTube is punishing my content for that, and yeah, I'll see what I can produce and take a look at. So feel free to join, you know, the Discords and all that stuff, and notify me of interesting games coming out or all that sort of stuff, if you will. Though I do want to make some, you know, bigger videos as well this year, but plan at first is to just sort of experiment or continue experimenting with smaller, quicker videos and so on. So yeah, but for the first 2 weeks, I'm taking a quick break, you know, preparing stuff for all that stuff. So don't think I'm not working. Oh, I will be. Okay, we got 2 more minutes left for.
I'm at 10%.
Your spatula is gonna prematurely explode, huh? Go to Super Cruise and come back in, I guess.
I can do this.
For 2 minutes. Well, good luck with that, spatula.
It's really a minute and 30 seconds. 6%.
Yep.
Okay.
Poor
okay.
spatula.
Maybe I should run. The wise and powerful Dangus has spoken. 1%. 1%. No! Happy New Year!
And you're. Yeah, I did tell you to go redeem your sins there, or confess thy sins, sinner. Ay, heretics, man, heretics. Oh well, but there you go. Now you're off to jail.
With my pride and integrity intact.
Okay, well, you're still gonna pay for it.
It's only 50 light years away. I can make it back.
Well, considering that every jump takes about a minute, no.
Oh yeah. Good point.
So yeah, sadly you missed the New Year's. But at least you were here for Latvian New Year's, and that's what's more important. So now we're just for the check mark, celebrating the Elite Dangerous New Year's, you know, and all that stuff. So we got 30 seconds. So best of wishes to everyone, of course. Let's see the new year for maybe not Elite Dangerous, but for general gaming to be a good one, because there are some really interesting ones coming out. And yeah. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year, fuckers! Congratulations! All right, we've survived 1 more year. Oh God, that's wow!
I'm claiming last death of 3308.
Wow! All right. Awesome explosions, guys. Love it.
Aww.
Oh, you're a legend, man, legend. Oh, this is a good one, man. Last year's New Year was shit in comparison to this, so thank you, guys. Oh, this is awesome.
I'm just waiting for the servers to crash.
All right then. Well, I might as well save that footage if I can. But there we go. Well. Oh, Happy New Year's indeed to everyone, and I will be seeing you indeed 2 weeks from now on the videos. For streams, I will definitely do streams in these 2 weeks. I still have stuff to, you know, record and so on and so forth. So yeah, but there you go. I don't know. All right, chads, let's make it fun. Write down one thing you wish to achieve this year. How about that? How about that? Let's for the fun of it, if you want to share, go for it. For me, let me think. Now, one thing to achieve this year. Well, I usually had a subscriber goal in mind, but since I broke 100,000 subscribers, I never really had that anymore. So. What I would like to achieve this year?
4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, you know what? Fuck it. Let's go with the classics, really. Although I highly doubt I'm gonna be able to achieve it. Though, considering the Starfield is coming out, maybe. A 150,000 subscribers. A round number.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, that'd be pretty neat.
Gotta have goals.
Fractional drive.
Might as well. Considering that, you know, getting about 2,000 subscribers a month is kind of a doable thing, I guess. If you push out content consistently and in quality and what else, and I'll try and do that. We'll see how that pans out and all that. But all right, well. That's gonna be my little goal there. Earn $15 from Twitch. Trust me, Tommy, that's easier than you think. If you got tits. If you don't,
Fuel
well,
scooping.
still doable. No, it genuinely is easy to do if you put your mind to it and time to it, I suppose. Well, extremely dangerous. Let's see. To take out Mr. DMX live. To take out.
It's like a Tony Curtis kind
Like
of thing.
like assassinate.
I think that's like a street
Well,
goal.
Well, I'm gonna watch my back then.
That's not hard. It's not hard. Raise the bar, man. Half the galaxy's killed DMX live by now.
Well, I suppose so. Yeah. Well, you can always try. I'll fight back. Let's see. Backpacking through Eagle Cap, wilderness area this summer. Well, okay. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. Not that I really know where that is. Assumedly Americans, right? Sounds like American thing. Oh well.
Here's your damn fireworks. Better late than never. Oh god damn it! I'm out of ammo. Why?
Synthesize.
Oh yeah. Oh sorry
You
about that.
didn't kill me. You tried.
I
damn
wasn't
it.
trying to murder you. I
Tried.
just was angry.
No, boosting in front of me, literally clipping. Totally not.
Maybe a little bit.
Oh no.
Okay, what is it? AX remote flak. Okay, fine. I will spend the damn nickel because it's the new year. Okay.
I'll quit smoking cigs this year. Well, you can always start smoking weed. I mean, that's healthier technically. What else? Oh God, I don't want to suggest this, but technically e-cigs are better. Yeah, the electronical things. They are fun fact. Electronical cigarettes were originally made to wean off of the real stuff. Apparently. Yeah, I think I watched some sort of a mini documentary, something like that on YouTube just one day randomly popped up. So yeah, thanks YouTube basically, even though I don't smoke or anything like that. Whatever. Still, interesting technology regardless, and considering the nonsense that goes on.
Happy New Year.
What? Hey. Yes, in my face, baby. Explode me.
It's festive seasoning.
All right. That's awesome. Of course, massive big thanks to Spatula for coming along and absolutely legendarily keeping me company. Because god damn it, it's always so much more fun with company. And boy, you're amazing.
Always enjoy your content. Even your little shits, CMX.
Oh,
Little potato shits. Smelling good as usual.
oh god.
But you're always a joy, and thank you for having me.
All right. Then. Well, of course, go check out Spatula's content there on the YouTubes as well. Spatula 007 or 00.
So,
Yes.
my friend bought me a web domain. If you go to queefbeef.com, it redirects to my YouTube channel. So, just putting that out there, I have some twisted friends, and one of them bought the domain queefbeef.com. That's a redirect to my YouTube channel. So don't go to Spatula 007 on YouTube channel. Just type in www.queefbeef.com. You'll get there apparently. Yeah.
Beef. Hold on, okay. Beef.
I did a double take. I was like, what? What?
Oh my god!
Yeah. So that's the thing
What
now.
the fuck?
He's
All
like,
right,
do you
no,
want me to transfer control of it? I'm like, no, I would no. So you want to look at my streams or videos? Go to queefbeef.com. That's where you go. Apparently.
Oh no! Oh no, Spatula!
I'm honored.
Oh, this is amazing.
Oh boy.
You win! You win! Ladies and gentlemen, Spatula. Oh, fantastic.
Alright, now I shall self-destruct myself for you. I'm gonna probably take off as well, but no, happy New
yeah,
Year. I
this
think
is-
it was
this-
a nice little
This
fun
has been
celebration.
amazing. Thank you, Spatula, and then best to you as well. Make more content. You
Oh yeah,
deserve it.
for sure, man. You know, it's
Oh.
like you know, doing the streaming is fun, but I gotta get back to the content this year. That's been one of my goals. Is
Yeah,
more,
no. Build up definitely video content,
More videos.
streaming. You're gonna get people watching once you're more known. You should be more
I mean,
known.
look, it's like I'm happy with like if it's like my goal for this year is like 5 subscribers. If I get 5 good ones, then hey, that's cool, man.
Okay. You already advertised it. Check your YouTube page again. You'll see that
Oh,
already
God.
published.
All that queef beef, right?
Right.
Well, thank you, Carl, for something. Yeah, you know, it's a slog, but hey, you know, you're gonna hit that 150. You're gonna hit 200 this year. I feel, next.
We'll see.
You're gonna hit that. Number.
Definitely, the biggest linchpin really is the Starfield. I'm gonna see how well I can make the content for it and how much of it. Maybe I'll break out on it if that would be the case.
How will
be
you
great.
do
Otherwise-
the reviews when you can build your own ships in Starfield? You're gonna review your own builds?
We'll see. As for the builds, I'm not sure. But we'll see. There are plenty of things to do within Bethesda games, so there you go. Oh god. Okay. Well, to put an end, basically, Happy New Year's. Happy New Year's indeed to everyone. Stay tuned, of course. I'm gonna be making content. Spatula is gonna be making content. Maybe I'll get him to voice something for my stuff, and so on and so forth. As I always try to collaborate with folks around, whoever's around, basically. I'll see you then. Well, in about 2 weeks for the videos, for streams. A lot earlier. Trust me.
Yeah. Well, enjoy your break, Avix, and Happy New Year to you.
Yep. Happy New Year's, and I'll see you then next time. Now where the fuck is the button?
Okay, bye. I'll see. I'm gonna end my stream
there
out
we go.
too, so I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Bye. All right. There we go. Dropped out of voice, but thank you guys for coming and watching. And thank you new subscribers, and Crawl for Queef Beef. Oh my god, I can't believe my friend did that. But yeah, I usually do what do you call it? What are these things called? These streams. I usually do them every Saturday around like mid-afternoon EST, so around like 2 or 3 p.m. Obviously New Year's, so a little bit of a later time, but I wanted to be there for the great tick, the big tick from 338 to 3309. So it was fun. It definitely went around interdicting people, shooting them with fireworks, and then linking up with Yamix. There is always great. Yamix is one of my favorite content creators. He's so funny. But you guys who are out there, hopefully you've had a good New Year's as well. For you, I know it's like different time zones or whatever. If your New Year's is still yet to come, then get drunk and have a good time and kiss your dog or something. I don't know what the hell is that. Spatula, what's the spelling of that URL? I don't even know. Hold on, I have to look it up again. I can't believe my it's a long story. It's like there's no way this is gonna trip. I can't explain this. There's no way. Yeah, it's queefbeef. Why you do this to me? I love it though. It's here. This is the URL. Oh my god. We need to speak up. You can't hear you. What's wrong with your ears, Loot? You gotta pull that damn what do you call it? Earwax out of there. I can hear myself fine. Or I don't know. Maybe there is an audio issue. Or I know you, Loot. And thank you, Cold, again for the. Oh, thank you for the 10 R's. Thank you very much, Cold. And thank you guys for all like sticking around. You have the spider also. Oh yeah. The spider. They're my favorite decals because they just like stand out really well and they look cool. And I have arachnophobia, so it scares the shit out of me. What do you mean the server doesn't resolve? Did I spell it wrong? Oh, I did. Hold on. It's I before E. Oh, for crying out loud. Or maybe not. What? Queef. Oh, sorry, it's 2 E's. Never mind. Queef beef. Hold on. Apparently, I don't know how to spell this because I didn't create this, okay? It's that. Okay. So that apparently links to my YouTube channel, which is hilarious. A queef performed by a bovine cow, a penile queef, a normal female queef with an appetizing smell, such as that as of roast beef. Yeah. I think it was more like a problem with the queef. I think that was the number 4 or whatever, right? Where it's like I have a beef with the queef, something like that. Anyway, I gotta get going as well. My New Year's is gonna come in about 5 hours or so in terms of my space-time zone. So there's plenty of time left to celebrate. But for you guys out there, thanks for tuning in. Thanks to Yamix for keeping me some company there. Try that second link, Eddie, and honestly, if it's not working, like, it's probably not a bad thing. It's like, I don't know if you want this in your URL browser history. I mean, I know it violates the security settings on your web browser. Yeah, do not click on that on your work computers, even though it just goes to my channel. Like, I don't know, but that's fun. Oh my god. All right, well. I gotta head off now, but I appreciate you guys for coming. Happy New Year's. Happy 3309. I can't believe, like, it's like, did you think that you would be playing this game? Like, for those of us who have been playing since, what, 3302 or something was when I started? Wow, it's been a haul. Hopefully this year we get new planets, new ships. We'll see. We'll have to see. Only Frontier knows. Only David Braben knows, and he ain't talking. Except in pre-recorded videos that were recorded 6 years ago. or deep faked with samplings of Hollow Braben. Because we really know that he's lost in the Elite Dangerous Galaxy. And it's up to us to find him. Anyway, you guys have a good one. Thanks again. Happy New Year and 07 Commanders. Ta for now. This is 1984. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, bye.